Hello, one and all. Welcome to a special occasion here on this Twitch channel, whose name I briefly forgot there. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it, guys. Today, whoa, Kung Fu Fenris, thank you. Thank you. Today we are doing something a little bit different, a little bit especiale. We are going to be playing another solo RPG. Last time, late last year in 2023, I played Lost Below the Earth, which is a horror RPG about, well, it says what it says on the tin. It's about being trapped below the earth. That game could be played solo, but was also intended for others. Today, we're going to be playing a game that is written as it is written to be a solo RPG, 1,000-Year-Old Vampire by Tim Hutchings. This was at the suggestion of Kung Fu Fenris. Thank you very much, Kung Fu Fenris, for bringing it to my attention. It looks really cool. I do not have a physical copy in front of me, but I will have the digital version. Well, you can see it here on the screen. What else do I want to say? I look very yellow, and I think I can change that. Let's see what I can do about that. Because, you know, this is going to go on YouTube or whatever. I probably should do something to the effect of making this look a bit nice. Crosshair, I think it's I don't feel under the weather, so I think it's probably a mic setting. I have this pop filter now, which I haven't had in front of me for a long time, which is great. I know I can fix this. Configure video. I bet it's here. All right, here we go, guys. I'm just gonna fix up some stuff, okay? Well, thanks, Crosshair, and now I can say Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers without concern. All right, let me just desaturate myself a little bit. It's too much. Well, we are playing a game about vampires, so let's desat it a little bit. Yeah. Much better. All right. All right, we're back. So, thank you for being here. Crosshair, I see Kung Fu Fenris, I saw Mistrich lurking, I saw DJ Quiver early. It's wonderful to have you all here. I hope other people come in throughout. A couple of things just as we're getting started here. The plan for today is to roll through a little bit about what the game is, the basic rules, create a character, and then play. I don't know how long a game like this takes. Each individual sort of prompt that we're going to be answering is a sentence, but, you know, we're going to want to think about it and write it down and all that stuff. I feel like I'm going to play through one 1,000-Year-Old Vampire. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be what ends up happening. We'll have to see. Other things of note, I've never played before. That's right, folks. I have read this book, read this RPG, but I have not played, which means that you out here in Twitch chat land are experiencing this first. It's a blind playthrough, as it were, and y'all on YouTube are going to be experiencing my experiences as they happen. What else do I need to say? Yeah, I think there's a little warning that I'll put up here now as well. This is a game about the unlife of a vampire, and vampires in this game are monstrous. Therefore, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the prompts and some of my experiences that I record will be, you know, mature in nature, horror-themed perhaps. It could include any number of triggering subjects, so please take a moment to keep yourself safe. Do what you need to do. We on RPG Clinic use safety tools. Anyway, so that's that. Is there anything else I need to note? I'm going to have the PDF here on the side, as you can see, as well as, my little written document here as well. If you can't hear something well, if you can't see something well, just let me know, and I'm happy to try to adjust as best I can. But I'll only keep that on when we're actually actively writing in it. I guess that's about it for now. I don't purport to be an expert. You know, this is just something that Kung Fu Fenris said looked cool, and I tend to agree with Kung Fu Fenris when I looked at it, so I'm pretty jazzed. So I say we just dive in terms of the intro. What is this game? Tim Hutchings describes this as a lonely solo role-playing game in which you chronicle the unlife of a vampire over the many centuries of their existence, beginning with the loss of mortality and ending with their inevitable destruction. So, you explore the vampire's human failings, villainous acts, and surprising victories. We are chronicling the life of one vampire, which will live for a long time. I'm not going to read this whole book, obviously, word for word. I'm going to try my best to summarize, but I will read sections that I need to be reminded of to know what we need to know. Perfect, Crosshair. Now, I mean, that we can just remove tabletop RPGs from the tag there, because I feel like that quote is going to be... Oh, yeah, and that quote's going to be appropriate no matter what I'm playing. So, what do we need to play this game? We need 2 dice, a d6, and a d10. I have, in fact, 2 d6s and 2 d10s because I'm superstitious like that. Ah, yeah. Love that. It sounds like a cat harbor. Ah, a purport. Brrr. We need a d10 and a d6. No big deal for someone who likes games and role-playing games as much as I do. If you lack dice, there are random number tables in Appendix 2. That's actually quite nice as well, because not everybody has a d10 in their household. So that's cute. You need a way to record your vampire's story. I am going to be using Google Docs. If anyone from Google is out there watching, you can drop me a sponsorship. Just kidding. You can also use pen and paper or pencil and paper, of course, if you so choose, which I think would be really fun. Is this bouncing, or is it just me? Weird. Okay. That's fine. What else do we need here? I think that's about it, really. It says as well in the appendix you'll find multiplayer rules, safety tools, alternate prompts, examples of play, etc. We'll see how it goes. So the mechanics of the game are relatively simple. We're going to create our character, and then we're going to answer prompts. I will, of course, go through what character creation looks like, because I need to know what I'm doing. And I've only thought about this a bit. I'm hoping to take some prompts from the audience as well, which should be fun. When you, so we create a character, and then we go to the prompts table. You roll a d10, and you roll a d6. You take the number on the d6 and subtract it from the d10, and you move ahead, or backwards, that number of prompts in the book. You read the prompt, you answer it. You answer it in, ideally, a single evocative sentence. That is known as an experience. That experience is slotted into one of the vampire's memories. Memories are series of experiences connected by theme or subject. So you might have a memory that is 3 experiences all relating to times you destroyed people or their livelihoods. I don't know. Let's just say. Ooh, there you go. Fun fact. Agreed, Osab. I, of course, am not hardcore. I am here for funsies. And that is more or less the game. I've obviously left out some important things, specifically the various traits that will be recorded on the character sheet, which I'll get to in a second. And the most important thing, which appears to be the primary mechanic of the game, other than answering prompts. When you answer prompts, like I said, you write an experience, a short sentence that is an evocative, experience in the life of your vampire. You then immediately slot it into a memory. Here's the key, and I need everybody here to keep me really honest about this, because this is the core of the game, and I'm really excited to interact with it. A vampire can only have 5 memories consisting of 3 experiences each at any time. If you must create a new memory, you must lose one of your previous memories. This is a game about an old being, a being that cannot remember everything that's happened to it. As you continue to live, you must rid yourself of old memories. Kung Fu Feminist asks, keep me honest. What I mean is just, I don't want to accidentally cheat by having too many experiences or too many memories on my sheet. This is the point of the game. Excuse me. And so I want to make sure that it's correct. So just if you notice that I'm doing something wrong, I guess, hit me up. Okay. That is the game. And then basically when the prompt says the game is over. The game is over. Or if you must, we'll see about this in a second, check a trait or lose a trait that you have no traits left of, the game is also over. Ooh, that's a good idea, Kung Fu Fenris. I'm going to try strike through just to see if I can, like, keep them all in the same document. But I'm no word processing master. Excuse me. Marie Kondo for the mind. I love it, Osab. Okay. The vampire whose chronicles you will record have 5 different traits: memories, skills, resources, characters, and marks. When you are instructed to check a skill, you literally put a check mark next to that skill. A prompt may cause you to lose a trait. You strike it out with a line. You don't erase things because you may be asked to refer back. Ah, weirdness. Hi. Tee. I'll give you the abbreviated, abridged Cole's Note version. Weirdness. Today we are playing Tim Hutchings' 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, a solo RPG, in which you chronicle the unlife of a vampire over the many centuries of their existence. I was just saying a couple of things here. We're going to start with figuring out the game, character creation, then we're going to play. I'm not an expert. I've never played this game. I have read it, so at least I'm somewhat familiar. But just so you know, I will be soliciting ideas from the audience because there will come a moment where I'll go, I don't know how to put these two things together. In improv, you would either just make a fart noise, or... I'm kidding. Or you would pass it off to one of your fellow teammates might come in to help you out. It's just me up here, and all of you, my team. So, that's that. The game is going to be character creation and then answering a series of prompts. To answer a prompt, you roll a d10 and a d6. You subtract the d6 from the d10 and you move ahead or backwards that number of prompts in the prompt book, and you read the prompt and you do the prompt. We're going to write experiences. Experiences slot into memories. You can only have so many memories before you begin to forget. Great. That's it. I'm just going to give us the highlights here as well. So I think I've mostly done this. Experiences cover a specific event, but the amount of time might vary dramatically. Yeah. An experience should be a single evocative sentence. Great. They give some examples. Memories are made up of experiences. A memory contains up to 3 experiences each. Contains up to 3 experiences, yeah. Your vampire is allowed 5 memories. It's cool shit. Anyway. 5 memories. There is one way to preserve memories. Oh, crap. The Pale Man. Damn it, weirdness. Oh, just a reminder as well, it's Drew Crew this afternoon. Hooray! Drew Crew at its usual time of 3 p.m. Eastern, which is in about 4 hours, a little under 4 hours from now. Thank you, Crosshair. There is one way to preserve memories when you run out of space. Instead of losing an existing memory, you can move it into a diary. A diary can hold up to 4 of your vampire's memories. Unlike memories, they are physical objects that are on your resource list. Diaries can be lost. So this is fascinating to me, because I love the idea that it's like, well, you can only remember so much that's happened to you over X hundred years, so you write it down, but then you've forgotten the actual event, you just have the book, or whatever the diary is, the physical object to remind you of it, and you can lose them, and then you would lose part of yourself. Very cool. Skills! They describe capabilities and characteristics of your vampire. It indicates what they can do and might do. Okay. Some prompts will instruct you to check a skill. You put a check mark next to it. It indicates that the skill has been used. Okay. And so an unchecked skill is something you can do, but you haven't done, perhaps. You may only check a skill once. Whoa. That is really... I actually did not know that. I must have missed that. That feels really important. If you are instructed to lose a skill, strike it out. It is gone. Okay. Resources. Resources are assets or structures that are useful, or the items that have value. So, people, places, things, you know, they're actual items, though. They're tangible things. Stationary resources are possessions that cannot physically be moved. So, a haunted cave, for example. Yeah, I think that's about it. Okay. And spaceships, exactly, TT. Hi, TT. Welcome to Today's very special solo RPG, 1,000-Year-Old Vampire by Tim Hutchings. Sick bed. Damn it, TT. All right, TT, through the power of role-playing, we will get you up out of that bed. I promise. Characters. Characters are the people with whom your vampire has a relationship. They should be named and described. Fine. If it makes sense to include a character when resolving a prompt, do so, even if the prompt doesn't tell you to include a character. Fine. Characters can be... Oh, Graspy Loot! And hello everybody! Welcome to a solo RPG, 1,000-Year-Old Vampire by Tim Hutchings. I'm really excited. We're just diving into the rules a little bit. As a reminder, as I was saying earlier, I haven't played this before. I have read it, so I'm relatively familiar, but like I've never played, so we're gonna see how it goes together. I'll be refreshing mechanics both for myself and for all of y'all as we play. Is there anything else I need to say here? No. Marks. A mark is a visible indication of your vampire's undying state, or any other thing that sets them apart from mortal people. And then they give some examples. Cool. Vampire creation. All right, so then we're going to be creating our vampire together, and then we're going to go into playing the game. I'm pretty jazzed, guys. I'm going to read vampire creation. Should we do it bit by bit? Because I have some ideas about vampire creation, like about what I want to play, but I'm not sure about things like, you know, names or various, like, characters involved in their story and stuff. I'll express to you guys briefly what I want to create, and then I think together we can probably flesh this out a little bit. This is a green light session, Crosshair, so I won't say no. Ah, Mr. McSuckface. That's Lord McSuckface to you. Start... Stupid. I love it. Here's the image I have in my mind, guys, okay? This is a creature who wanders the forests, either of North America or of perhaps Russia or Eastern Europe. I'm not sure exactly yet. But it's a creature that has been mistaken for one of the sort of hominid? Oh my god, what's that word? Homid is from werewolf. It's also a word. Anyway. Oh! Hello, Elizabeth. Look at that popcorn. Look at that little popcorn emote. So cute. But yeah, the image I have in my mind is of a creature that has been mistaken for a cryptid, essentially, over the years. So someone that's been mistaken for, like, a Sasquatch or a Yeti or whatever. A wandering, forest-dwelling monster. One that can, at a pinch, insert itself into human civilization, humans' sort of more, well, human life, society, in order to feed or gain things that would benefit him. That's the plan. That's what I am sort of thinking of. Semi-Skinwalker-esque cryptid. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, guys. So I have some thoughts about this, but let's jump into vampire creation. Again, I'm hoping people can sort of see what I'm looking at and that everything's kind of making sense here. I think the PDF should be on top. Yeah, that's going to make more sense. Start by imagining a person in the distant past. A Roman emperor, a Mesopotamian midwife, a French knight. This person will become your vampire. Imagine when and where they were born and who they were in life. Start a memory with one experience that encapsulates their history. For example, I am Henri, son of John, born near the Loire Valley in the 13th century of our Lord. I am a poor knight swindled out of my inheritance. Yeah, I'm thinking Kung Fu Fenris. I wanted to have both on the screen at the same time, Crosshair. Actually, that's better, isn't it? Okay. Both sides of the page, I should be clear, but I think I could zoom in a bit more if I needed to. So, yeah, Kung Fu Fenris, I also agree. I think it might kind of work here. We don't actually need the section called Brief History. So let's presume that this is... Not presume. We're creating someone, whole cloth, right? I'm thinking a sort of rural like sort of villager, someone who lives in a village, a villager, from, let's go with Eastern Europe for now, sort of maybe the forests of Poland. Yeah. Someone who lives more or less perhaps by like foraging, farming. It's a small community that like abuts onto the wilds. And this is probably, I don't know, 800 or 900 AD. What's known as sort of the Dark Ages in Europe. I think that would make sense. Now, you know what I don't have at my fingertips is a lot of Polish names. Uh-oh. Oh, thank you, Kung Fu Fenris. I wouldn't have known that distinction. Further east would be like Ukraine? What's known as Ukraine today? Oh, I know, Graspy Loot. What the hell? Oh, hi, Gil. Welcome. Oh, amazing. All right, guys. I'm hoping this doesn't kill my... Yeah, okay, we're good. Look at this. Look at these names. Amazing. Hi, welcome to Solo RPG Time. I'll think of a better title soon. Thousand Year Old Vampire by Tim Hutchings. I'm really jazzed about it, guys. Okay. Oh, I like Iwan. Yeah. I like that. So, this is... Essentially, it's Ivan, but it's spelt Iwan. Well, it's okay, Kung Fu Fenris. I can just make up whatever I want. It should be fine. As always, of course, let me know if things are too loud or too quiet as well. And we're going to go from there. All right. So, memory... Bold. Bold? Oh, no. Ow, everything's all fucked up. Bozidar would be fun because it means gift from God. All right, done. It's probably Bojidar as well, but I don't know. I am one, a poor hunter trapper. Let's go with hunter trapper, living near the endless dark forest. Bosh. You picked the easiest name. Well, right now, Kung Fu Fenris, I'm going to assume it's like, I don't know, 700 or 800 AD. But, AD, sorry. CE, Common Era. Man, AD, what year? What year is it? So their example is, I am Henri, son of John, born near the Loire Valley. I am a poor knight swindled out of my inheritance. So, I'm Ivan, a poor hunter-trapper living near the endless dark forest. Living with my small family. Oh no, it goes off the page. Oh man. Perfect. Yes, nailed it. Ivana suck. Boo. Boo. I love it. I'm gonna write Poland, and then I'm gonna write Poland 800 CE. Sure. Okay. It's our first memory. Seems good. The first experience is a little different from most experiences in that it's a broad summary of the vampire's life before becoming an undead thing. It will be slotted into the character's character record's first memory. Done. Next. Well, I am definitely not pronouncing that. But I am going to write it down. Now, of course, I can't actually use... I'm going to anglicize this, obviously. There you go. Okay, I like this. So, Yvonne, a poor hunter-trapper living with my small family near the endless dark forest. Because this is going to play into what I really want to do, which is like sort of a forest-dwelling kind of beast, essentially, that can find his way back into society throughout the game. Okay. Next, create at least 3 mortals and add them to the vampire's record sheet. They're going to be characters, right? These mortals will have a relationship with your vampire. Relatives, friends, and lovers, enemies, mentors, debtors, anything else. Describe each character in a few words. Know that these characters can and should be very important, but will not be around for long. So, characters. I had already thought here, you know, we spoke about family, right? So I'm just going to write wife, child, chief, and I'm going to describe these in a few moments. Or in a few sort of words here. My wife of 5 years, hardened by the world. So, it's always a question of names, isn't it? Exactly, Osab. That's right. So, yeah, what's interesting, I think, is that by including characters in experiences, they then kind of end... Well, and we'll see this soon, right? They're going to end up... These characters are going to end up making the basis of new memories, which I will keep adding experiences to until I can no longer, and I have to choose what things get removed. Oh, hi, Roger Twy. Welcome to Solo RPG Fest. It's not really a festival. 1,000-Year-Old Vampire by Tim Hutchings. I'm really jazzed. We're just doing character creation now. Okay, yeah. What can I say here? Oh, yeah, I guess I should keep these. Do I have that name generator still up? Lol. Nope. Here you go. Whee! I just want some names that are, like, not ridiculous, you know? I mean, sorry, they're obviously going to be ridiculous. Nicolaj, of course. Nicolaj. I should obviously back down here. Choosing what to remember and what to forget. I mean, I wish I could choose what to remember and what to forget. Ay, oy. All right. So Nicolaj is my son. I am into bricolage. Bricolage. Capable. Say idealistic. Dreams of a better world. Bosh. Oh my god, Scott. Okay. And then we of course need another thing here. No, 9th century Poland, Roger Twy, not 19th. That's even better. So, right away, immediately a lot better, right? Let's go with Tannic. Well, I do too, Roger Twy, but for different reasons. So, this third character is going to be Tannic, the chief of my village. Is he like really mean, or is he like tough but fair? He is, because he could also be like ambitious. He could be horrible. I just need to make it. Ooh, sorry guys. Actually, I'm gonna just adjust my microphone briefly. Ugh. Be nice if that could actually stay. Sure. Okay. Because he wouldn't be, like, ambitious per se. Ah, yeah. He hopes for war. Great. Yeah. Well, okay, so Gil, I think that's a great idea. Oh, well, no, I mean, Osab, I don't want to, but we might have to, because I might be, yeah. He hopes for war. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it there because I think resenting him is gonna be part of it, which is fabulous. Okay, cool. Okay. I like this. You'll understand why momentarily. Give your vampire to be 3 skills fitting for their lot in life, and 3 resources. Worked in New Vegas. And 3 resources they obtained while still mortal. Remember, resources can be almost anything. Okay, so we're gonna start with skills. I'm gonna write survival, And I'm going to take that to mean, you know, living off the land, hunting. I mean, survival could mean a bunch of things, right? So actually, I'm going to specify a bit more. Survival could be anything, really. I don't mean just finding shelter, and I don't mean just... yeah, I'm going to write living off the land. And we'll let people come back and decide if that's okay. Bushcraftery. Exactly, Roger Twy. I had already kind of thought about these here. I really want to play someone who is silver-tongued. That's like, for me, this is, I mean, you guys have seen enough of my characters, enough of my streams to know that's very, 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 like, exciting for me to play someone who's, like, very good at persuasion and manipulation and these things. Like, it's exciting. That's how I like to play. If I was to play Vampire the Masquerade, I'd probably make myself a Ventru, let's be real. But, quick note, of course, 1,000-Year-Old Vampire is not reflective of Vampire the Masquerade or anything like that. Do we still have music? Kind of. Okay. Silver-tongued is a skill, means that you can, like, persuade people of things. I mean, damn it, Graspy Loot! Oh, well, I do own an axe and a chainsaw, so I suppose I need another skill, something I would have learned in life, something... Oh, shoot, of course. Thank you, Gil. I'm trying to keep the PDF, you know, more important. Geography. I like empathy as a skill. I think that's going to be one of the first things to go, but because you could also, yeah, you know, destruction could be a skill. What does it say here? Skills fitting for their lot in life. Enduring hardship. Sorry, so more importantly, I mean mental fortitude. I mean mental stamina. I mean resilience. Stoicness. That's where we're going. Okay. Give your villain 3 skills and 3 resources they... Scottishness. Hello! 3 resources they obtained while still mortal. Now again, I've thought about these a little bit here, because I didn't want to come completely empty-handed, so to speak. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, so, resources. A talisman of protection. I really like the idea of having like a lair or something, which I could choose here. But I also like the idea of having sort of amulets and tokens and shit like that. You know, a giant wheel of cheese. Damn it, why? Why is it so funny? A knife of the strongest cold iron. Because, you know, I just think having a knife is cool. And did I write something? Yep. I can't believe I wrote this down. I'm going to... Because okay, I'll just read exactly what I wrote down, and then y'all will help me figure out how to make this a little less ridiculous. I wrote a small army of woodland creatures. Because in my mind, I'm like, oh, he like commands the forests. Fuck off, dude. Like, so stupid. So not that, but something like that. The Children of the Night. Exactly, Roger Twy. Oh. Yeah. Ooh, what is... I should know what Sisu means. I feel like it's a Finnish thing. Oh, yes, I do, because it's also the... It means, like, resilience, right? Or it means, like, stubbornness. Because... I know this because it's the name of the it's the title of the Platinum Trophy for Alan Wake 2. Because it means, good on you. Wow, you're really dedicated. Not definable! Shit! Alright, well, I guess dictionaries are gonna have a hard fucking time. Alright. I like part of the forest I know at the back of my hand. Animal killing would be a skill. Okay. Yes. So I'm gonna replace resilience with Moxie and stubbornness. Is it essentially the national sort of like identity in a word? Extraordinary determination in the face of extreme adversity and courage presented typically in situations where success is unlikely. Perfection. Knowledge of... What did we call this? Ooh, that was spooky. Knowledge of a piece of this forest. Great. Not... Yes, I suppose I should, right? That probably makes more sense. And not knowledge. It's like embedded in me. It's like I know it so well. It's like someone's gonna come to my aid here while I'm looking at the next thing. It's just intuition. It's essentially deep knowledge. Yeah, like the back of my hand is the thing. Oh, fuck. Kung Fu Fenris. Maybe my character, maybe Yvonne is around. So cool. Okay, guys, so characters, skills, resources. Done. Then, create 3 more Create 3 more experiences, with 1 experience each being entered into a separate memory. Oh, sick, TT. I love that. Each of these experiences should combine 2 of your vampire's traits. And then it gives an example here. If it has a long ship as a resource and a character, Gundar, a Viking Jarl, like a father to me, you might write an experience like, Gundar takes me on my first voyage aboard the longship. His touch calms me when we first leave sight of land. So, basically, we are taking 3 more experiences, which are each going to form the basis of a new memory, and I'm combining a character or a skill or a resource together into these new things. Undefinable. I love it. But that's what I mean, Crosshair. It's like, because it's like a word from the Finnish language. So like, I like, in my mind, it's like part of the national identity, you know? I think it's very cool. Much like Putin is part of my national identity. And now I'm hungry. Thanks a lot, Scott. Dumbass. All right. The Talisman of Protection. Like, I want to connect the skills. Okay, I want to connect something to Tanek, the chief of my village, which will make me resent him. I don't think these characters are going to be very long-lasting, because it's going to be like a few hundred years and they're going to be dead. But we'll see. I want to connect the Talisman to Nikolaj, my son, because then the resource will be tied up in memories of my son. Great. Oh, Sisu movie. Nikolaj, my son, capable, idealistic dreams of a better world. My son, Nikolaj. Oh, I'm coming in hot, Gillett. I'm going to read that in a second. Yeah, exactly, Roger Twy. My son, Nikolaj, crafted me a simple necklace of wood and, of a simple necklace of acorn shells. I can't spell. Acorn shells, wood, and what else would be on a Talisman of Protection? And a crow's talon? It's like a bird's foot is what I'm thinking of, but I'm going to go with crow's talon for now. We'll go from there. It brings me peace. Oh, smooth river pebbles. It brings me peace to hold. No, it brings me... Yeah, it brings me peace. Great. Tanek, my chief, keeps sending me out to the forest as much as I resent him for using me as a scout for his warmongering my missions. Do give me an unending... Yes! Chicka-choo-cha, Gil. I love it. Tanek, my chief, sends me out to scout the forests scout the forest in preparation for war with our neighbors. I'm going to use the British/Canadian spelling of neighbors. If you don't like it, that's your problem. While I resent being used as a pawn. Good, Graspy Loot. Good. I'm glad someone's outraged. While I resent being used as a pawn, it has given me... Fuck off, Scott. There we go. It has given me a deep understanding of the darkness. Oh, great, Graspy Loot. Yeah. Yeah, okay, great. Okay, so I think everyone's happy here. Azza, thank you. Thanks, Google Docs. Okay, so I've got Nicolaj. I just can't. Oh, right. No, it's fine, Graspy Loot. As long as we all know that that's the thing that happens, right? So Nicolaj and the Talisman, Deep Knowledge and Tannic. Okay, so now I need to connect a skill to either the knife or Maria, my wife of 5 years. Incredible. A knife of the strongest cold iron. I kind of want to just... I haven't connected any skills yet, so I should probably do that. Because I want to be like, Maria gave me a knife. Yeah, god damn. You know, she's... it represents the hardness in her as well. Like, that's not what I want here. Yeah, oh, well, I took off Determination, Osab, but I think I want to put it back on. Oh, hi, John Verrill. This is Trevor from Hampton, Maine, and I was wondering if you could teach me how to be as awesome as you. I am a vampire and... Trevor, welcome to the stream. We're playing a solo RPG, 1,000-Year-Old Vampire by Tim Hutchings. I am absolutely chuffed to bits that you're here. I don't think what I have is teachable, unfortunately. It's a combination of the Finnish concept of sisu and my own personal brand of awesomeness. I do like Maria Resilience. Okay. Again, I'm noting here, guys, each number on this list is one of the memories. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Osab, I think that's better. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. Oh, fuck. I'm doing it. Yeah, okay. So, we're creating an experience that combines Silver-Tongued and Maria, my wife. My wife. God fucking damn it. Okay. And it doesn't need to be... I don't want it to be manipulative, but like... oh, yeah, okay. When my future wife, Maria... I mean, are they open? I guess not, Graspy Loot, because I do want to try to delve into the tone of this game specifically. Although I think something noir would be pretty fun. You'd think I would have disabled these things. Also, let's remember what's visible and what's not, eh, Scott? Okay. My future wife, Maria, was... No, come on. That's too many words, Scott. Something like that, though, right? I won over my wife, Maria, through not an exhibit, through a show, through... Hey guys, writing is hard. Welcome back to Solo RPG. What? Shit. Alright, fine. Fine, Crosshair. I'm gonna use the word beast. Through a display. Yeah. Yeah. I won over my wife, Maria, through a display of wit and humor. Through a display of wit and humor. Eloquence. Thank you, Osab. That's great. Wit, humor, and eloquence. By the fireside. No, by... I reveled in not insulting. I reveled in poking fun at everyone else in my village by the campfire. We'll leave it there for now. We can always change these things, right? Okay, I'm going back to vampire creation. So I've done this. Lastly, create an immortal. This is the creature that gifted or cursed your vampire. It's been banned. Crosshair. The word was banned, and I said it. I need a ban now, please. Not like another banned word, just like something I'm not allowed to do, I guess. This is the creature that gifted or cursed your immortal being. Wait, no, hang on. With unlife. Create a mark and an experience that explains how your creature became a creature of the night. One such immortal, the corresponding experience might be blah, 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 and then the mark. Okay. Great. So this is a character who is an immortal, which is kind of fun, and then they've given us a mark. Now, again, I had kind of crafted this knowledge, like I had crafted this in my mind a little bit, that the immortal is... so I'd already kind of considered this, guys, but like, as always, of course, throw your suggestions in chat. The immortal is a Spriggan-like creature, sort of a woodland, you know, immortal creature that is essentially the will of the forest itself. But yeah, I don't think it would have a... I guess it would have a name, right? Yeah. It's not really like a... I'm just gonna write Spriggan and then we'll go from there. Spurgan. Oh, yeah. This is what I call it, Gil. That's a great shout. I think you're right. But I think it's like, it probably has its own name. Yeah. I like that a lot. Who is the will of the forest? Incarnate. The experience that I'm going to create, I think the corresponding experience... It doesn't say it has to be part of a new memory, but I feel like it should be. Yeah, I think it should be, personally, because then every subsequent experience will have to go into one of these memories. That makes sense? I think so. Lastly, create an immortal. This is a creature that gifted or cursed your character with unlife. Create a mark and an experience that explains how they became a creature of the night. Oh, no. It's going to go into this. It's going to go into this memory, right? Because one night I became rooted inside a tree and cursed with unlife by the being I came to know as Aliyah. Great. Bosh. Amazing. And then the mark that I had kind of come up with is limb. The skin of my limbs is like bark, which I think is quite cool. And then it says here, like, when you're thinking about marks, like, think about, do you try to hide them, etc. And I think the answer is yes. So in society, probably wears long sleeves and things like that. Okay, once you have finished with your creature of the night. They will have 3 skills, 3 resources, a mark. Can you all see this? No, not yet. That's fine. 3 skills, 3 resources, a mark, 3 mortals, 1 immortal, and 1 experience in each of their 5 memories. Okay, cool. So in fact, whoop, I'm going to put this into a new memory. Great. Amazing. I think this is fine. What time is it? Oh boy, it's almost been an hour, and we're only at character creation, but we're about to start playing, which we've been doing already. Ooh. Alright. To play 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, you answer a series of prompts. I mentioned this already. You learn about them, you experience their workings, surprised by their doings, etc. You can answer prompts either in writing or just aloud to yourself. Fine. In the process of answering the prompts, you create, lose, and alter your vampire's traits as instructed. Agreed, Graspy Loot. 100%. Every time you answer a prompt, you must create an experience and add it to a memory unless instructed otherwise. Okay, so this is important, right? Because each of these memories that you can see here on the page can only have 3 experiences in it. That's actually a good point, Roger Toy. So these 5 memories are each going to grow over time and then eventually be replaced. Ooh. Roll your d10 and your d6. Subtract the d6 from the d10. If the result is positive, move forward. If it's negative, move back. A 0 means you encounter the same prompt a second time. Oh god, John, no! Damn it, John! Although, to be fair, quick reminder for everybody, Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern is another episode of Montreal by Moonlight, our Werewolf 5th campaign. We're on episode 26, Shit is Getting Real. But then a reminder that the following Sunday, no stream on RPG Clinic because it's Easter Sunday. However, Monday, April 1st, April Fools, 2 p.m. Eastern. You can find all of this on RPG Clinic's Twitch page, on our Discord, etc. Monday, April 1st, April Fool's Day at 2 p.m., we are going to be returning to Changeling the streaming. Very exciting shit. Oh, that's such a good idea, Crosshair. Yeah, I'm going to try to do that, and we'll see if I can figure out the formatting of it without it being too weird. Let's just imagine... Okay, blah, blah, blah. You'll notice the prompts have 2nd and 3rd entries. These are encountered a 2nd and 3rd time if you land on the same prompt. It's possible. It's possible, Graspy Loot. If you are instructed to check a skill but have no unchecked skills available, lose a resource. Likewise, if you cannot lose a resource, check a skill. Okay? When either of these substitutions occurs, it indicates things have gone very badly. Narrate the worst possible outcome. Okay. If you must lose a skill or a resource and you have none, your game is over. Great. The game ends if you're unable to check or lose a skill or resource when required, or if a prompt tells you the game has ended. Easy peasy. 2 styles of play, yada yada. Answering prompts. So these are just, again, I think this is going to be pretty straightforward, but I'd like to make sure that I know that this... Arkham, the Arkham Arbiter. Answering prompts. Answer prompts in a way that feels natural. Great. Prompts will often combine to tell stories. If a helpful character was introduced in one prompt and the following prompt has the vampire acquiring a new resource, find the relationship between them. Great. Cede control to the game. Prompts are sparks for creativity and connection. Feel free to gently reinterpret answers to earlier prompts to make better sense of the current situation. You shouldn't try to tie everything together. It's not necessary. Your vampire will live for 1,000 years, and many small unresolved events will occur during their existence. Great. Overthinking is unhelpful. I mean, that's just great advice for life, isn't it? Not every prompt needs to be important. You don't have to explain every decision while you answer a prompt. Great. Be uncomfortable. Your protagonist is a creature of the night. Even if you try to keep them decent and humane, terrible and delicious things are going to happen. Prompts are opportunities to learn about history and the real world. Turn to Wikipedia and read about the different types of Turkish nobility if you need to. Sounds good, Crosshair. Alright. Passage of time. It's about the grind of centuries. Do we need to read this necessarily? I don't think so. Time is very loose. Progression is as you like. For general guidance, consider the first 7 or 8 prompts you answer to be the first busy years after your character becomes a vampire. It's been banned, and I've already broken the ban. Everyone they know is still alive, and the world is still the world of their mortal life. Don't fret about specific years, but watch for obvious breaks in the timeline. Great, easy peasy. To review, it tells you how to do the various things that you need, so that's pretty straightforward. Okay, I think, I'm gonna zoom out slightly in here. There we go, so you can actually see the number 1 on the page. Okay, team, we're about to start playing. I'm gonna roll a d10, I'm gonna roll a d6, I'm gonna subtract the d6 from the d10, and we're gonna move forward, or backwards, that many prompts. We're not actually gonna move backwards. We'll probably end up having to encounter prompt number 1, but we'll see. Make sense? We're starting the game! Okay, so I rolled a 1 on my d10 and a 6 on my d6. 1 minus 6 is -5. I would be going backwards, but I can't, so we will encounter prompt number 1. Get wrecked. What a shit roll. Oh my god, incredible. You may not move backwards past prompt 1. Prompt 1. Yeah, it does sound about right, eh, Gil? In your blood hunger, you destroy someone close to you. Kill a mortal character, straight up and down. Create a mortal if none are available. Take the skill Bloodthirsty. Bosh! The 1,000-second-old vampire! Okay, so I'm taking the skill Bloodthirsty, and I am absolutely striking through Tannic, the chief of my village, because we're gonna write this experience shortly, but Yvonne blames him for this. Exactly, John. Bosh. Now, can anyone remind me how to strike through in Google Docs? Because I can't remember. Boof. Because I cannot remember. I know it's part of the suggestions tab. I'll Google it real quick, and someone else can tell me in the meantime when I'm looking it up. This is one of those things that I should have done before. Oh, format text strike through. Okay, great. That was easy. Alt-Shift-5? The f*** are you on about? Okay. Oh, thanks, everybody. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Love that. Tannic, my chief, sends me out to scout the forest in preparation for war with our neighbors. While I resent being used as a pawn, it has given me a deep understanding of the darkness. With my change comes a thirst for human blood. I slake it with Tannics. Semicolon. It's too much already, guys, and I'm thrilled. He wanted war. He wanted war. He got. Got sounds awful. He wants war. He will get war. Sure. Okay. That's it. That's the prompt. We write an experience. We put that's better. Thank you. And war came to him. Thank you, Gil. I like that. I prefer that, I should say. Okay. So this is it. This is what we're doing. We are answering these prompts. We're writing a single experience, which and war obliged. Hello, it's war here. Oh shit. Oh hi. Oh, that was fast. 30 minutes or it's free, huh? We're writing an experience based on the prompt. We're doing whatever else the prompt says, and then we're slotting the experience into an existing memory. This memory now has 2 experiences in it, which has to do with bloodthirstiness and Tannic, my chief, etc. So we can still add 1 more experience to this memory before it must be diaried or destroyed. Diaried isn't a verb. That's okay. So we're moving on. I can see how this is actually going to go quite quickly, and I think it's going to be really exciting. Oh crap, the Pale Man! Yes, Kung Fu Fenris, I will wait for you. I'll still roll, but I'll wait for you to give me the information that you need. I rolled a 4 on my d10 and a 1 on my d6, so we're going to be moving 3 spaces forward to prompt 4. Oh, okay, it's all good. Perfect. You are exposed and flee to a neighboring region. Lose any stationary resources. Oh, balls. Well, knowledge of the forest isn't a stationary resource. Check a skill. Immortal flees with you. What new name do you adopt among these strangers? Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. Lose any stationary resources. We don't have any because I didn't create any, you know. Yeah, it would, eh, Crosshair? God damn. I'm almost done mine. I need more. Nico Minaj. Unfucking real, Roger Twy. Check a skill. Well, of course we're going to check living off the land. I'm going to insert a... It's a special character. The check mark. Yeah, well, I don't think the knowledge of it is irrelevant, is how I feel about that, Gil. I feel like his knowledge... Because I'm, fingers crossed, that one day he will return to where he met the immortal in this part of the forest. That's how I feel. Check a skill, living off the land. Immortal flees with you. It's Nicolaj, my son, capable, idealistic dreams of a better world. Chonker Forest! What new name do you adopt among these strangers? So it is important as well to note in the setup for this game as well, it mentions, like, you don't have to answer every part of a prompt. Like, prompts may have multiple kind of, like, questions in them or whatever. Like, just do things that kind of increase the story. Drive the story forward. You're exposed and flee to a neighboring region. Well, obviously people caught me drinking the blood of Tannic. Children are the future, so I feel like I'm going to flee with Nicolaj. And I'm going to add this to the first memory, which is who I am. And then essentially it's forced to flee my home. That's correct, Gil. Forced to flee my home, I left behind almost all who knew who I was. I left behind almost all, I left behind almost all who knew. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I left behind almost all who knew who I was. And took a new name. I want to include the fact that Nicolaj came with me. And took... Incredible Kung Fu Fenris. Took on the name and took on... Yeah. Forced to flee my home, I left behind almost all who knew who I was. And took on the name of Tannic in this city with my son. I'm gonna make this prompt a little, like, it doesn't have to be nice, like, well written, obviously, but you know, I want it to make sense to me. Forced to flee my home, I left my old life behind and took only my son on. Oh, and took on, took on the name of Tannic in the city. Adopted the name Tannic. I left my old life behind and stole, really, my son, Nicolaj. That's not how I spelled Nicolaj. I think I just spelled it with a K. Yeah. So I'm gonna just kill the C's here. There we go. My son, Nicolaj. I'm gonna say begged. Well, he probably thinks I'm a monster. Oh, maybe he doesn't know. My son Nikolaj does not know the truth and dreams of a brighter, not more ambitious, dreams of a bigger world. Okay, so far we've had 2 experiences, 2 prompts. Let's have a look at our memories, right? I am Ivan, a poor hunter-trapper living with my small family near the endless dark forest. Forced to flee my home, I left my old life behind and adopted the name Tannik in the city. My son Nikolaj does not know the truth and dreams of a bigger world. I feel like these are quite long as far as experiences go, but I'm trying to encapsulate, like, things that are happening, right? My son crafted me a simple necklace of acorn shells, wood, and a crow's talon. It brings me peace. Tannik, my chief, sends me out to scout the forest in preparation for war with our neighbors. While I resent being used as a pawn, it has given me a deep understanding of the darkness. With my change comes a thirst for human blood. I slake it with Tannik's. He wanted war, and war came to him. Nice. I won over my wife Maria through a display of wit, humor, and eloquence. I reveled in poking fun at everyone else in my village by the campfire. One night, I became rooted inside a tree. Trapped, not rooted, obviously, because he can move, right? And I became trapped inside a tree and cursed with unlife by the being I came to know as Alia. Right. Okay, cool. So, that was prompt 4. Let's do it. I'm rolling again. I rolled a 6 on my D10. I rolled a 4 on my D6. So we're moving forward 2 spots to prompt number 6. A mortal character begins serving you. Who are they? Why are they drawn to you? Create a new mortal character. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to also, of course, move all of this shit back. Oops. Oh, I undid too many. Nope. There we go. I'm just making this all a bit nicer. Exactly, Crosshair. Create a new mortal character. So this is quite interesting, right? Because of course we're probably going to end up like Maria's going to go, Nikolaj is going to go. They're mortals, right? A new mortal character. Piotr. So who would serve this sort of wild woodsman from the forests who has few skills dedicated to the world of living in the city? I've lost my music. I'm putting some music back on. Oh, man. Yeah, someone drawn to the, like, forest animals. We already covered this. Love it. It's true, Osab, but I wonder why, you know, in the city or whatever. So, I just like Piotr as a name. I'm wondering if we're getting into, like, confidence man schemes soon, you know? Because he's silver-tongued, he can kind of, like, use that. Ah, yeah. Okay. I'm combining a few of these ideas here. Piotr, a fur trader, I presume. Anyway, yeah, it's fine. A fur traitor from the city. He suspects my monstrous condition. Badass. Okay. Where am I going to slot this new? So the experience will be that, you know, the experience is going to be essentially by... Oh, I should make this a little bigger, eh, guys? Here, hang on. I think I can... No, hang on. There we go. This is a bit better. Oh, Kung Fu Fenris taking a page out of the old acting book. What does he want? Originally, profits? But then, yeah, I liked what you had suggested, Kung Fu Fenris, that he sees a way forward in life beyond the sort of daily like grind of being, of the low merchant class. He sees a way forward. He sees a way to use us, essentially. So this has to do with war. This has to do with winning someone over. This has to do with Nicolaj. This has to do with who I am. So I think I'm going to tack this experience on to the Maria memory. Selling nerd says truffles. Not won over again. I need something else here. I convinced... Charmed. There we go. I charmed a fur trader named Piotr. I'm really excited to like do this again, but like just have a completely different sort of introduction and just kind of go for something else. I'm already really jazzed about all this, guys. I charmed a fur trader near Piotr who saw in me a chance to move beyond his circumstances. What the heck is that emoji? Or emote? Kung Fu Feminist? Oh, that's the sound it's making. A mortal character begins serving you. Who are they? Why are they drawn to you? Create a new mortal character. Okay, let's make it a little more flavorful. I charmed a fur trader named Piotr who saw in me a chance to move beyond his circumstances. Essentially back a winning horse. What I mean is, he saw in me a chance to move beyond his circumstances and, like, not just corner the market, but, like, become... He sort of align himself with someone very powerful, right? To move beyond his circumstances and, stay and serve the new power. Amazing. Okay, cool. That seems good to me. I'm rolling, and I'm doing another prompt. Here we go. Did I do everything? Yeah, I did. So I rolled a 3 on my d10 and a 2 on my d6, so I'm moving forward 1 space to number 7. Your body manifests some trait related to the creature that created you. Now, it says here vampire. I've chosen that the immortal is not a vampire, so I'm just calling it a creature. How do you become more like them? Create a skill that reflects this. Interesting. It doesn't say create a mark. Your body manifests some trait related to the creature that created you. So we are not creating a new mark, but something's changed physically. This is all very exciting because for me, this is all happening within the span of like basically Nicolaj's life, right? Like this is all happening over the span of 20 years, meeting, like leaving the village, like Piotr or whatever. And then we get a skill. Guys, we have so many skills. Okay. Your body manifests some trait related to the vampire that created you, or the creature that created you. Yeah, I want something that's sort of related to, like, yes, like Spriggans. Oh, that's so good. Oh man, Gil, that is right up my alley, and essentially the skill that I wanted to take at the beginning of the game. I like this. Spending more time in the Good thing I'm not playing Yvonne. All right. So I will create I'll create the skill first. Perfect mimicry of animal sounds. Perfect. Oh, amazing. Okay. Spending more time in the forest. Are we doing this in the first person? Yes, we are. Of course we are. Sorry. Spending more time hunting in the forests. Seriously, TT. I love it. Spending more time hunting in the forests blessed me with understanding of the creatures that dwell there. Spending more time hunting in the forest blessed me with... It's not understanding, it's like communication. Blessed me with the ability to... blessed me with the... Yeah, the ability to communicate with the creatures that dwell there. Okay. Now, why did I insert it into this memory? It's because I became more like her. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. That's it. Experience done. Rolling again. I rolled a 9 on my d10 and a 3 on my d6, so I'm moving forward 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lucky number 13. Unlucky for some. Generations of the same family serve you. Okay, well, clearly we have moved forward in time here, guys. This line starts from any living mortal character or the descendants of a dead mortal character. What bizarre rituals do they tie to their servitude? Lose a resource and create a servitors of the lineage resource. Bam, 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 bam. Guys, this is so exciting. I didn't think... It's not a hot take, just a take that's happening right now. Like, I didn't think I would feel so powerful playing this game. I know I'm playing like a powerful immortal character. I just didn't realize it would make me feel that way. Woo, it's exciting. So interestingly enough, of course, I was thinking, oh, well, Piotr, the guy who, you know, came to serve me and has like entrusted his children and his children's children with like, but yeah, I think that's fair. It's interesting, it doesn't say kill a mortal character though, but obviously I should, right? Lo, I am loving it, honestly, dude. Like, I think it's really cool. There are rules at the end in the appendix for playing multiplayer. I don't really know what that would entail, but it's very cool. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Or a dead mortal character. Okay, so here's the choice, guys. I'm gonna put this in a poll because I think this will be more fun, and I just need a quick sort of break to make sure it makes sense. Who are the servitors of the lineage? Option 1, Nico's descendants. Keep it in the family. Or option, so that was option 0. Option 1, oh no, I'll do this as well. Descendants, I don't think I'm spelling that correctly, but that's all right. The chieftain comes to serve me. Or option 2, Piotr. The family serves the powers. The power. Okay. You can vote in this poll with exclamation mark vote and then space 0, 1, or 2. I think that's very cool. I think this is really, really cool, guys. So I just want to know what people find interesting out there in Chatland. I'm gonna read this prompt again here. Generations of the same family serve you. This line starts from any living mortal character or the descendants of a dead mortal character. What bizarre rituals do they tie to their servitude? Lose a resource and create a servitors of the lineage resource. Okay, well, straight up and down. Oh yeah, because I guess Piotr's serving me, but I didn't necessarily make him immortal, right? Weirdness. I think I'm going to create servitors of the lineage, and I'm gonna lose deep knowledge of the forest. I can tell you that right straight up and down. That makes sense to me. Ooh, I think it's so cool. Okay, guys, get your votes in if you want to vote in this, of course. And I'll just warm my hands by the fire. Come and warm one of your creatures by the fire. I have to just tell you while I'm letting this poll process for another few seconds. Get your votes in. Every so often, I like to go back to a game I haven't played for a while. Try to get some more achievements. Usually is the thing, and then I just get really far into it. I finished, I played Iron Lung again that I played on stream the other day. It's really cool. Highly recommend as well. It's really atmospheric. If you're into sort of like spooky kind of games like that, it's really fun. I recently started, I opened up Inscription again. Now, I've already played Inscription. It's one of my favorite games a couple years ago. And no spoilers, please, in the chat. For those who haven't played, it is worth playing. It is a card game, like it's a card game-esque sort of thing, so if that's not your jam, maybe not. But they've recently come out with Casey's mod, which is just the card game portion of the game with challenges, so you make it like Slay the Spire or whatever. Fuck, guys, it's so good. Fuck me. Yeah, alright, Weirdness, I am gonna ask, if you don't mind, Weirdness, vote 0 or 1, my friend. Woo! If you're still here, and if you don't mind being the tiebreaker. I'll be the tiebreaker otherwise. You don't have to be. Another one, and then I'm going to... Oh, here, I'll stop the poll in the meantime. There is a tie between. Yeah. So I'm gonna lose... Perfect. I'm gonna lose deep knowledge of a piece of the forest and replace it with servitors of the lineage because we haven't been there for a long time. But oh yeah, actually, hang on. Oh, this is great, guys. And reminds me of his idealism. Sorry, I'm adding a bit to this idea. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna add this memory to the sort of like winning people over with silver-tonguedness. Because I think this is not so much about Nicolaj as it is about what I told him. Here's where the sort of shit starts. Now, I know Yvonne's already killed somebody. I know this, and he hunts and so on and so forth. But in my mind, here's where this gets interesting to me. I think that Yvonne, in trying to keep his son uncorrupted and idealistic, I think he basically persuaded him that the best thing, like the most important thing to keep the world safe, or the best chance the world has of getting better, is himself. So he essentially uses Nico's idealism against his own sort of against himself. Yeah, Weirdness, I like that too, actually. I like that a lot. Yeah, okay. This line starts from any living mortal character. I don't know. What bizarre rituals do they tie to their servitude? Lose a resource, create a servitor's lineage. Okay. Nicolaj's sons... no, hang on. No. It needs to go in this memory, I think, right? No, it's here. I convince Nicolaj that his son and his son's son will only have a better life, will only see a better world, will only be able to see. It's just already too many words. I have a habit of overwriting stuff, as you all probably know from the Changeling the Streaming synopses and so on, which I most of which I wrote, and which are like way too much, which is great. I convinced Nicolaj that his son and his son's son, nah, fuck it, it doesn't need to be, his descendants will only... Exactly, Weirdness. Why use 2 words when you can really just open things up, use 17 words, and describe things in a more bright, fun, airy way? I convinced Nicolaj that his descendants will only be able to see a better world by keeping me in it. What bizarre rituals do they tie to their servitude? They need to keep the amulet alive, right? Essentially, I'm tying it to the resource of the amulet. Bizarre rituals. I like that as a prompt, because I was about to write, they bring me young blood to drink or whatever, to keep me young. Very Countess Bathory. But I think instead, his descendants will... Yeah, that's the one, weirdness. No, they add a piece to the original. Each must add a new piece to the... Yeah. They each must add a new piece to the amulet. Each must add a new piece to the amulet. Each must add a new piece to the amulet. It's the I'm just trying to figure out the grammar of this. Each must add a new piece to the amulet with something they find on their first kill. But I don't like the way that sounds. I convinced Nikolaj that his descendants will only be able to see a better world by keeping me in it. Each must add a new piece to the amulet Each must add a new piece of their first kill to the amulet. Great. Perfect. Bosh. Done. It's an amulet of their own teeth. Whoa, that was loud. Sorry, guys. I'm rolling again. Here it comes. 6 on the D10, 1 on the D6. We're moving forward 5 spaces. I can't believe how fast I'm moving forward. 18. You have fed too long in one place, destroying a community or social group. Yikes. Who were they? How did the last community member die? Gain a scavenged resource, lose a resource. Balls. Okay. Whoops. This is in 2 columns, which is why I'm keeping them in columns. Shit. Gain a scavenged resource, lose a resource. Yeah. A whole town? It's very Sweeney Todd, eh? Like, oh, we only take people that no one will miss. And you're like, well, eventually. Eventually people are going to start noticing. People go in and no one comes out. I guess the knife is probably what I'm going to lose, right? Because I haven't used it yet. How did the last community member die? What does it mean, though? That doesn't mean anything. Yeah, that's nice, Osab. I think that makes sense. Yes, all of the people that were sort of... Okay. And then I scavenged something from them. I'm just going to write scavenged resource. Oh, fuck me. Oh my god, Crosshair. I love it. Yeah. You have fed too long in one place, destroying a community or social group. Where am I gonna put this, though? With my change comes a thirst for human blood. I slake it with Tannix. He wanted war, and war came to him. Hunting in the forest inevitably draws. Hunting in the forest inevitably brings me closer to my old home. I kill them all, leaving Maria for last. Leaving Maria for last and burying her with the knife she made for me. Boom. Who were they? How did the last community member die? Not well, but poetically. Gain a scavenged resource, lose a resource. So we're already filling up. I'm just going to quickly kind of count here, right? I've got 2 experiences in my first memory, 1 experience in this memory, 1, 2, 3 in this third memory, 1, 2, 3 in this fourth memory, 2 in this fifth memory. We're already getting pretty full up on mems, as it were. So I lose the knife, but I gain a scavenge resource. What would this village have that I could scavenge? Deep knowledge of a piece of the forest. What could I scavenge? Oh, I feel like a hideout, a home, a trapper's cabin, or something. Like a longhouse. I realize a longhouse is a specific term related to the indigenous peoples of part of North America, so I understand that. But like, well, yeah, and others, I guess, yeah. Ugh. Oh, gross skill. I love it. Actually, that's quite good. I'm gonna write that down. A wedding ring of iron, because it would be, right? In my mind, anyway. That's a good point too. Hi, Splooey. What's going on? How you doing? Welcome to 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, a solo RPG by Tim Hutchings. We're right in the middle of it, and it's going great. If you need a little catch up as to what's going on, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue playing. Yeah. Oh, I love the wedding ring though. Is it wet? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I scavenged this, and I'll be able to use it later. Oh, perfect. It's Bluey. Okay, great. I guess I meant more so like what the stream is as opposed to like what's going on. But that's fine. Don't you do you. Here it goes. I rolled a 3 on my D10, but a 5 on my D6, so I'm going back 2 spots. Ruh-roh! Some mortals have banded together to hunt you, well armed and wise to your tricks. How do you defeat or evade them? Create a mortal hunter related to one of your checked skills. Check a skill. So I'm going to do this first. Create a mortal hunter related to one of your checked skills. I only have 1. And then check a skill. So I could check any of these, really. Oops, sorry, you can't see that, can you? Can you, folks? Because I could check, like, perfect mimicry of animal sounds, like I draw them to me with animal sounds, but then they would have probably gotten wise to those tricks. So am I using just, like, bloodthirsty or resilience to sort of wait them out? Do I trap them in mud and they slowly drown? Some mortals have banded together to hunt you, well armed and wise to your tricks. How do you defeat or evade them? Obviously, after so much death and destruction, Yvonne's sort of mind has, he's been lost again under the burden of memory. He doesn't necessarily remember everything about his life in the old village, which is why he was able to destroy them with such absolute ferocity. Yeah, create a mortal hunter related to one of your checked skills. Well, I am going to create a mortal hunter. I don't have my names handy here, do I? Balls. Alright, well, let's just open up a new window here. Just obviously always getting new names, guys. Look at all these fun names. Just looking, guys, just looking. Ooh. Adriana's a great name. I'm stealing Adriana. I'm stealing Adriana. Gillid. Yeah, Adriana. A skilled huntress. She was the best hope to defeat me. I mean, I can't. Not with that attitude, Gil. I love it. Create a mortal hunter related to one of your check skills. Check a skill. So she would be wise to the idea of... like, animal sounds, I think. Okay, you know what? Let's go back to the memories here. We can always do this. The talisman is useful. Yeah, okay, it has to be related to this, I think, right? One night I became trapped inside a tree and cursed with unlife by the being I came to know as Aliyah. Spending more time hunting in the forest blessed me with the ability to communicate with the creatures that dwell there. When a skilled huntress came to kill the beast, I don't want to lose a memory yet if I can help it. Also, I think I'll be taking a break shortly because it's been about an hour and a half. And I'm having a good time. When a skilled huntress came to kill the beast, I tricked her? I tricked her... Trying to think of what I want to do here, because I want to do something that's like kind of exciting, you know? The idea of this creature is that they're like of this man, Ivan, or monster now, is that he's sort of like a creature of the forests, right? So when a skilled huntress came to kill the beast, I tricked her into... Well, perhaps I turned her then, right? Interesting. It says create a mortal character, so I did. I tricked her into... I tricked her into following me into a trap. Oh, man. Oh, damn. Rough weirdness. Shit. Yeah. Oh. Fuck. Crosshair, that would be wild. Damn. I like to think that this strange Spriggan being, I've just never seen her again. Like, she just is somewhere out there, and, like, who knows if I'll ever see her again. When a skilled huntress came to kill the beast... Ah, of course, because the beast could refer to me or Aliyah, and we don't know. I tricked her companions into a trap. But she was not fooled by my deception and drove me away. Seems good. Check a skill. Perfect mimicry of animal sounds. Bosh. Cool. Okay. So what I'm enjoying about the game so far, I see what they're doing here. They're giving me ample opportunities to add new things, but they're almost always taking something away at the same time. Because remember, the game ends when the game says it ends, or when you try to check a skill if you don't have any skills left. Oops, you guys can't see that, can you? Let's see, I just need to fix this. That's a bit better, isn't it? If I scroll down. It's fine for now. Okay. And I still want that on top. Okay, cool. Actually, I think I can fix this a little bit better. There we go. I think that's okay. Woo! So every time we, like, get something, we also tend to lose something. So we're gonna start getting into more and more just losses, and we'll still have resources to sacrifice, but not that many. Oh yeah, of course, Crosshair. As should I, honestly. I'm gonna take a quick break actually before... No, I'm gonna roll see what the next prompt is, and then we're gonna go from there. Because I think we're about to lose a memory pretty soon, I think. I rolled a 1 on my D10 and a 5 on my D6. So I'm going back 4 spots to 12. I'll read this, and then I'm gonna take... Oh, I did, Splooey. Thank you for mentioning it. I checked perfect mimicry of animal sounds. Suck it. Yeah. Look, technical shit like what you're seeing on your screen right now, not my forte. But this is a lot of fun. New laws or social mores make it harder for you to hide among the populace. I like it. How are you nearly caught and destroyed? Check a skill, create a mortal criminal who assists you. Fascinating. Okay, team, we're going to take a very quick break, just because I need to use the washroom. I'll refill my water and get my other stuff. It's pretty normal. Yeah. And so when we're going to come back here, we're going to come back with prompt number 12, and we'll continue moving through. We're going to be checking a skill, creating a mortal criminal. Aha! Kung Fu Fenris. Okay. See, I will also point out right before I take my break, because I always talk too much, there is something to be said. This game encourages you to research and learn about the history of things. So if you're like, I want to play a Viking, you could like read up on Vikings. It's very cool. Great question, TT. So, TT, if you encounter the same prompt twice, by either rolling a 0 or because you've advanced and then gone back or whatever, you then encounter the second version of that prompt and the third version. I haven't read any of these, but my assumption is that they're essentially the same as the first prompt, but stronger. Because it's like, so this one is like, things are harder for you now because of changing social situations. So version 2 will probably be like, things are even harder, or whatever. So I realize this is not actually the best way to do this, team, but I'm doing it anyway, which is essentially, I'm gonna make each memory a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then each sort of, oh, actually, we can give each one a title. Dear Diaries, so vampires, huh? Yeah, exactly. My life. This is what we're gonna do here. Okay, I understand. Idealistic amulet of protection. Because this way I can now record how many experiences I have in each, in each memory. War and blood. This is Silver Tongue. I'm just giving them like sort of a kind of title, if you will. And this is Relationship with the Woods. Okay, so as you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3 memories that are full, 1 memory that's almost full, and 1 memory that I've barely added to, which is quite interesting, I think. All right, our current prompt is prompt 12. New laws or social mores make it harder for you to hide among the populace. How are you nearly caught and destroyed? Check a skill. Create a mortal criminal who assists you. So, as always, of course, I'm open to thoughts in the chat, but I had a thought based on Kung Fu Fenris's as well, which is that with the sweeping arrival of Christianity... yeah, Gil. Yeah, so that's a good question. That first experience, the one that creates each memory, is one of the 3 in the memory, which is why I've kind of chosen to title them, just so I remember kind of thematically what they're all about, as best I can. With the sweeping arrival of Christ, with the sweeping arrival of Christianity. Arrival. Man, Scott, get it together. I am labeled a pagan. That's not how you spell labeled. Get it together. I am labeled a pagan witch. Devil worshipper, I'm going to say instead. How are you nearly... God damn it, too many double letters here. How are you nearly caught and destroyed? Woohoo! Oh, I see what I've done. La belle! You know what I'm going to do, actually, instead? I'm just going to put this onto a whole other page. Pow. And then I'm going to move resources as well. There we go. Okay. So, check a skill, create a skill. I've been labeled a pagan devil worshipper. You, sir, are a devil Worcestershire sauce. Take a penny, leave a penny. Oh, God. So I think what I'm going to do is essentially check Silver-Tongued because he talked his way out of being killed as a heretic. Heretic, that's the word I'm thinking of. I am labeled a pagan heretic. I'm coming back to the experience momentarily. I'm going to check Silver-Tongued, and then I'm going to create something akin to Silver-Tongued, but more criminal in nature. Oh! Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Priesthood! No, right. Okay, I'm coming back to this in a moment here. Where did I just pray? I am labeled a pagan heretic by pretend. So, okay, it's very similar, Gil, but I love this. This is good. By pretending to convert, I am allowed to live out my days. Sorry, I am born again, so to speak, and become a missionary. So this is my thought here, guys. In order to survive, Ivan has to, he's almost caught and destroyed, so he has to essentially convert. He renounces his crimes, he converts to Christianity, and then he becomes a missionary so that he can then travel and live his days out in the woods as he wants to. That's what I'm thinking, which I'm quite excited about. Exactly, Roger Twy. Oops. Have you accepted sauerkraut into your life? Sometimes, Roger Twy. What would be the skill? Oh, and create a mortal criminal who assists you. A criminal? Why would I... It's... Oh, God, excuse me. So interesting, because presumably by this point, I know Maria is dead. I know Nikolaj is probably dead. Sorry, I think he's dead. Piotr's probably dead. Unless he's part of the... He's been turned or whatever. Oh, perfection. Yeah. What was... oh, fuck. I was gonna have a good name for this guy, and it's gone. Yeah. Oh, guys, I love it. I was gonna give him, like, such a classic kind of name. I'll find it. Yes, it was this, right? Of course, yeah. Oh, no, hang on. He's a... Casimir is so good. I wonder if it's a traveling French priest, though, so I'm gonna go with, it doesn't have to be French, but in my mind. Oh, or like a Spanish. Yeah. Let's go with... Oh, what's that guy's name? I'm just thinking of a specific movie that I was just watching. Oh, well, it's gone. Let's go with Nestor. Ooh, very nice, Aragwen. Nestor. Nah, that sounds stupid. I'm going with Casimir. Casimir, a corrupt priest of the faith. He knows my secret, but I know his. Hell yeah. Yeah, okay, great. Amazing. So then what is the skill that I am creating? I used Silver-Tongued to talk my way out of it. And so now, I guess the skill is blackmail. No. It would be knowledge of Christianity. Ooh! Ooh! Yeah. Respected. Ah, Gil. Awesome. Okay, here we go. We're continuing on. Liz is making lunch, so I also want to keep playing until I reach a conclusion. You know? 7 on my D10, 2 on my D6. It's 5. We're moving up 5 to 17. Ruh-roh! You commit a despicable murder, but not for the sake of feeding. Check a skill. Remove a mortal character, if you like. I will. Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. So I've already removed some... Like, in my mind, some of these characters are dead or removed. But I think this is going to be... Ooh, I have to check a skill. We're losing skills really fast here. Adriana, surely. Yeah, we're gonna check Bloodthirsty for sure. I want someone who, like... What I want to do is, like... I am confronted about my hypocrisy, essentially. Yeah. It feels like, yeah. Ooh, excellent, TT. Whoops, sorry, guys. The other thing to consider, team, I'm adding an experience, which means it's probably going to have to move into a memory. A new memory, I should say. What I'm thinking is that I'm going to diary up one of these so that I gain it as a resource. Oh, God, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Okay, all right, I'm pretty jazzed. Ah! Okay. I like it, Crosshair. So, technically this memory has been, it's not crossed out per se, but I'm going to add a diary. Now, interestingly enough, it specifies the diary, your description of the diary is not a diary about such and such. It's literally just, you know, an old leather bound book. And I'm going to say diary memory number 1. So I remember, I, the player. Oh, I love it. Okay. Now, I don't have to necessarily cut this one, but I might. Well, hang on. The missionary thing just happened, right? Actually, hang on. Let's consider this. So when you have to add an experience... Oh no, I guess... Sorry. I still have space in my memory, so I don't have to do this yet. Oh, but I can always add things to a diary if I want. So yes, I'm going to do that. What would I... It's the oldest thing that would go into my diary. So that's all who I used to be. I think that's correct, yeah. But I don't have to add the experience to a new memory. I'm just opening up space for a new memory, if that makes sense. Because I can have up to 5. Cool. Okay. Gross, Roger Dwight. Before that, they were just running about like animals. Disgusting. Love it. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I am removing a mortal character because he's dead. I mean, frankly, these people are all gone, right? So I'm going to just do that for now, because I'm not really sure how much time has passed. But they're definitely dead. Okay. You commit a despicable murder, but not for... Yeah, exactly, Crosshair. Oh, I don't really need to remember the quadratic equation. I'll just... And then, you know, go... go grab this laser tag memory. You know, the best day of my childhood. Put that in there so I can get it whenever I want. Okay, have I removed... Yes, so as a note, guys, what I've done here, I'm adding an experience to a memory. At any point, you may add a whole memory to a diary. The diary then becomes a written record of that memory as a resource. But you no longer remember those things. They just exist in the book. So when people are like, hey, Yvonne, why do we have to keep adding a new piece of our kill to the amulet? I'll be like, it says it in the book. It's in the book. But I don't remember that I convinced Nikolaj that his descendants must do this. Correct, Eric. But distant descendants. Threatens to... One of my distant descendants threatens to leave me. I utterly destroy him. Destroy. And remind them of my power. Remind them of my power. And sacred mission. Leaving that there. Okay. Now, why is this in this one here? Yeah, I mean, that is true too, Aragwen. Very good. Why is this all... It brings me peace and reminds me of this idealism. Yeah, it's about idealism, right? It's about... Yeah, you ripped his head off. Check a skill, remove a mortal character if you like. I'm checking... resilience. Because I am committing myself to the mission. This is making sense to me. Let's continue. 5 minus 1 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are trapped outside when the sun rises and take shelter someplace you are not supposed to be. A child discovers and befriends you. Create a mortal child character and record a humanizing experience. I like that a lot, actually. It's quite nice, isn't it? The mortal child will be Igor. He's gonna remind me of my son. Igor, a happy-go-lucky child. He reminds me of someone. His joy and idealism reminds me of someone. Oh no, I haven't lost my memory of Nikolaj yet. I've just lost my memory of why we started the thing in the first place. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. My son. My son. Okay. Where would I be that I'm not supposed to be, right? I'm a creature of the woods, but I've also kind of converted, quote-unquote, to Christianity. So where should I not be? An orphanage of... But like perhaps a rival faith, right? That would make sense. The city, obvi. Yeah, an orphanage in the city. I'll record a humanizing experience. So I could create a new memory for this, because I have access to a whole new memory now. And it's going to be about humanizing experiences. Yes. Yes. I'm going to call this my humanity. He's a sickie. I love it, Aragorn. All right. So having just essentially destroyed one of my own followers to remind the others of my own power and of our mission, which is to protect the world, protect nature, protect Alia the Spriggan, maybe? So venture, The sun comes up and I have to take shelter. So why? Okay, so I'm out late. I'm hunting, but I'm hunting in the city. And then as the sun comes up, because things take more time, I have to hide in the orphanage. Aha, okay. When I was nearly caught in daylight in the middle of a city, a young boy hid me under his bed. Hid me under his bed to protect me. All right, see you soon, Crosshair. That's right, guys. In just under 2 hours, it's Drew Crew, the conclusion of the Flying Saucer Mystery over on Elizabeth's channel. Check it out. Can't wait. Can't wait for that. I wonder how many more experiences we're going to have, too. This is kind of exciting. A young boy hid me under his bed to protect me. That's right, weirdness. Record a humanizing experience. Ugh. Igor's laugh is the first I have heard in many years. There you go. Bosh. Done. Rolling. We're rolling on, team. 8 minus 4 is 4. We're moving forward to 25. Oh, I like that too. Oh, guys, these are so nice. And I offered him comfort. Your methods for acquiring victims are no longer effective. What has changed? Lose a resource and create a skill which describes your new feeding techniques. Ooh. Just making sure they're all here. Tree branch hugs! Lose a resource. So I mean, the one that feels correct to lose here is Servitors of the Lineage. That they all essentially abandon me. But, like, why? Is this just much further down the line? The Talisman of Protection as well. It could be that each member of the lineage is, like, unable now to bring a piece of their kill to the... I don't really want to lose the talisman. It feels correct. A wedding ring, an old leather-bound book. If you're a priest, why are you wearing a wedding ring? I'm married to Jesus? Shit. Create a skill that describes your new feeding techniques. I mean, I hate that he had a humanizing experience with this, like, little orphan Annie, right? Because it feels bad. Oh, what about memory number 4? No, it's a very old piece of things here. Okay. Am I really losing a whole Servitors of the Lineage? Yeah, okay. So here's my thought here. If we lose Servitors of the Lineage, we can then create a skill that's, like, essentially solo hunting, right? He's returning to a sort of more solo life. The Servitors of the Lineage he wants to keep returning to the woods, but the servitors are like, but we live in town. We can't just be going out to the woods all the time, right? In my mind, we're like possibly even into the Renaissance now. It's been a long time. Yeah, that's my thought here. So I'm going to lose servitors, which I can't believe I'm actively losing. And then we're going to gain a skill. Whoa, we've almost checked all of our skills. Woohoo! This is good. All right. Relationship with the woods. Oh, this is... I don't want to lose a memory yet. Right. This is related, though, right? But time and circumstance drives the rest away one by one. Ooh. I like that as a skill. I'm going to come back to it. But time and circumstance drive the rest away one by one until no servants remain who care about the old ways. That's not a very descriptive experience, is it? I feel like we can do more here. Drive the rest away one by one until no servants remain who care about the old ways of the woods. It's still not very descriptive, but I think it's okay. Your methods for acquiring victims are no longer effective. My methods are use my servants to bring them to me and hunt in the woods. What has changed? Lose a resource. Lose a resource and create a skill which describes your new feeding techniques. Okay. Until no servants remain who care about the old ways of the woods. Yeah. Okay, cool. Because that implies, I think, what I'm do next. Exactly. I like the idea that the feeding would be on those who are sick, because there's a great sickness, a blight coming to the world. So what would the skill be? The skill would be like ministering to the sick. Plague doctor, medicine. That's the skill. That's the skill. I like it, Aragwen. Yeah. My actions drive the rest away one by one until no servants remain who care about the old ways of the woods. I preach two different messages, and they follow a new god. Oh, Sab, that has been so many of my streams for the Doctor Surgeon was just like, well, I guess I'm a vampire now. Okay. Because I'm going to use medicine for the Black Death. 10 minus 4 is 6. You fall into a deep slumber for 100 years. Oh shit, strike out any mortal characters. Well, fuck you guys, I guess. Woof. Oh, bosh, they're gone. All of them. 100. Well, when he awakens, the death will be upon us then. Wow. I wasn't given a prompt that turned someone from mortal to immortal, so this feels correct. I'm rolling again. Here it comes. 7 minus 4 is 3. You destroy something important to you in a purposeless rage. Lose a precious memory or destroy a resource. Hashtag why not both? I'm probably going to lose this fucking diary. Or I might lose a memory. We'll see. Okay. So, upon awaking and didn't realize, like, upon waking, Yvonne didn't realize how much time had passed. But the world has become blighted in his absence. This is obviously going to cause him to double down on believing he's some sort of cure to the world, right? You destroy something important to you in a purposeless rage, lose a precious memory, or destroy a resource. Well, the wedding ring is a link to the past. The talisman of protection is actually a link to his old self, which he would no longer need because he's now like in a new world, right? Would I lose a memory instead? Because a lot of my memories are full. Exactly, Aaron. Going, oh, fuck, man, what time is it? Oh, fucking no. Okay. Relationship with the woods. This could be gone. But I feel like I want to physically destroy something. I don't want to just, like, sever ties with the past. But I also realize that I'm gonna have to kill a memory anyway. Because I'm not adding to my humanity. So I think... Yeah. That's right, Osab. Fuck me. Yeah, that sucks. New life. No wife. Okay, well, I'll... life among the ill and dying. I'm gonna obviously, here, I'll just fix that really quick. I'll fix this in a moment. Oh, Semi! Woof. After 100 years of sleep, after a century of sleep, doesn't matter, I awaken to find the world diseased, dying, and with no one to save it. I do like the... You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I know this is insane, but I'm creating a new experience anyway. So I'm gonna X out a memory, and I'm going to destroy a resource. Right, because I would have... Yeah, I didn't have to, but I would have... There we go, yes. I'm gonna destroy the talisman as well. I know, isn't it crazy? After a century of sleep, I awaken to find the world diseased and dying and with no one to save it. My entire existence? I destroy the amulet that protects me since it has not worked to protect the world. So what I like about this, there we go. So what I like about this is that, the finding the world change causes this horrible rage that destroys the amulet. It kind of like blinds him to some of the things that have happened in his past, and he vows to continue moving forward. I think that's okay. I still have a couple skills, and if I need to check a resource and I have none, I can check a skill. Stupid mackerel necklace. 3 minus 3 is 0. The first time, we're checking 34 again. Your frenzies terrify even yourself. Do you learn to control them, or instead choose to embrace this horror? Kill a mortal character, if there is one. Whoops. Or create a mark, if not. Okay. Kitties. I need to, like... And there's no... I feel like I should be destroying old memories as well, right? Like, this is the memory of the necklace. So I'm going to create a brand new memory called My Rage. Because I don't see that being an issue. That's like the game itself, right? Okay. Do you learn to control them or choose a certain... Okay, okay, create a mark, basically, is the instruction. Okay. It's the sort of Spriggan-esque mark is something that marks me as as less than human, or not less than human, but other than human. This is very exciting. Okay. Excuse me. So what's the experience here? I need to think about the experience, and I need to create a mark from it. So the rage drove me to destroy the talisman of protection. Oh. Hey. All right, Aragwen. I like it. The mark that is being created, these are marks of inhumanity, right? The marks of the creature that created you, or something to that effect. So the mark is going to be... So skin-like bark. What's I need a plant-like kind of resistance to toxin situation, right? That's what I want, essentially. Ugh. Ugh. I love it, Gil. Horrible. Horrifying. Learning more of this new diseased world. Morning wood. Learning more of this new diseased world only serves to make me angrier. Only those who survive and are clean. Learning more of this new diseased world, the new diseased world, only serves to make me angrier. Those who survive and are clean those who survive and are clean are the most charitable, the best of humanity. And I must feed on them. Fuck yeah. Oh, I like that. What a sap. I'm going to take Gil's suggestion here. I like this. The mark is a smell of decay and rot. In my mind, I'm going to write here, somewhere between rotting leaves and a rotting corpse. Somewhere between leaves and a corpse. I think I've run out of music again. Excuse me. All right. Let's just have a quick look at my memories here, right? I've got 5 memories, but lots of space in them to create new experiences. And I've still got a few skills and a few resources. Let's roll. Oh, 1 minus 3 is minus 2 again, so we're going back to 32. You keep a prisoner. Why this particular person? Why don't you feed upon them? Create a character and a skill related to keeping them captive. Okay. I keep a prisoner. Well, this would be under my humanity, right? So it's got to be like this. So I'm taking Aragwen's idea of the prior, right? A priory mother who does nothing but sort of like good for the world turns it. Ah, fuck. Yeah. Is struck down by the disease. There we go. Okay. A mother superior. Mother superior who commits herself to healing, to comforting the dying, contracts the disease herself. And I steal her away from the world to try to spare her life. You keep a prisoner. Why this particular person? Why don't you feed upon them? Because we need more of her in the world. Oh, fantastic. Whoops. A mother superior. The best of humanity, struck down by a terrible disease. So I've already created the skill medicine, but I'm also going to create the skill alchemy, because I'm essentially trying to use my blood to heal her of the disease, because I've probably contracted it and am alive. I'm ready, Aragorn. Hit me up while I go for the next prompt here. 2 minus 3 is 1. Man, I'm just moving back. Uh-oh! So we've already had this prompt. You fall into a deep slumber for 100 years. So I can't do that one again. I'm going to move on. Here we go. Second prompt. Very good, Splooey. You recognize the descendant of a dead mortal who features in one of your memories and feel compelled to make their acquaintance. How do you share knowledge about their ancestor without revealing your monstrous nature? How is this conversation awkward? Gain a contemporary and unexpected skill. Create a mortal character, a new friend. Well, that's nice. That's actually quite nice. So this has got to be a descendant of... Oh, man. It's got to be a descendant of Igor the child, right? John is correct, of course. We have once again received snow. And I'm not here for it. Oh, okay, Splooey. Sorry, my bad. I didn't realize that's how that worked. Okay. We're adding... Oh, sorry. So you recognize the descendant of a dead mortal who features in... Oh, who features in one of your memories. So Igor's laugh, right? And I learn a contemporary skill. Something like... Oh my god, guys. I'm so excited. The skill is juggling, because he is... because he's a street performer, a street urchin. This is Igor's, descendant, great-grandson. Exactly, John. Exactly. Let's have a look here. I like Marek. Sven Igorsson. Jungler. Marek. A street performer. I was going to say like Commedia dell'arte or something, but that's a little specific. I like juggling as sort of a street performance thing. A street performer trying to survive the plague. A descendant of Igor. Everybody loves a juggler. Exactly. Yeah, who doesn't love a juggler? No one, that's who. All right. Oh. Shit. I obviously shouldn't be showing you these then, Splooey, hey? Fun fact, which I've probably mentioned on stream. Whoops. Yeah. Descendant. Have I been writing descendant the whole time? Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I learned to juggle basic kind of juggling stuff for a production years and years ago, and I've more or less kept the skill up over the years. Why's that skill? Oh, because right, never mind, we're good. So this is obviously going under my humanity, right? God damn it. The streets are mostly empty, save for traveling troops of performers. What did I call him? Merrick? Merrick, a juggler, teaches me the joy of simple things. And reminds me of Igor, and his laugh reminds me of Igor's. Yeah. Okay. You recognize the descendant of one of your... Okay, great. I've done it. I've done it. Did I do what I needed to do? Gain a contemporary unexpected skill. Create a mortal character, a new friend. 10 minus 1 is 9, guys. We are zipping ahead here. All the way to... How do you conceal yourself while you sleep? What steps have you taken for protection? Check a skill and create a resource. Create a mortal servant character, if you like. Check a skill, create a resource, create a mortal servant. Oh, yes, thank you, Aragwen, that's correct. I'm just going to write grandfather, but, you know. Ooh, guys, okay, how do I sleep at night? On top of a pile of money, surrounded by many beautiful ladies. Okay. Awful, awful joke. Medicine, alchemy, juggling? Fuck me. These are not useful. These are not useful for sleeping at night. Great question, Roger Twy. I probably said something like, you know... I mean, this is a man who looks maybe like he has leprosy at the time, or perhaps some of the marks of the plague. No, he wouldn't have the marks of the plague, but he'd have the... Ah! Duh. You sleep at day, not at night. Shoosh! Shweesh! Yeah, Roger Twy, it's a good question. I think the conversation probably was just very simple. It was probably him inviting me up to learn the skill to try to bring a bit of joy to my life. And Yvonne believing that it did. Okay. Bloodthirsty, respected. Respected, right? I'm going to check respected. And I'm going to give myself... but like... I've also established that he's kind of fucked up looking. He's not getting away with being like, you know, like, oh, he could totally pass himself off as the mayor. The burger. No, not the burger. What's that word that I'm thinking of? Middle-aged, kind of like, not middle-aged, Middle Ages mayor-esque. Burgermeister. Very good. Okay. How do you conceal yourself while you sleep? What steps have you taken for your protection? Check a skill, create a resource, create a mortal servant character if you like. I don't know if I do, actually. Check a skill. I guess I'm checking medicine. Because I'm essentially keeping myself in a like he's positioned himself as like someone who's working on a cure, right? So maybe alchemy or medicine or respected. I'm going to check one of those. Life among the ill and dying. I'm going to add this experience to life among the ill and dying. Yep. Yes, of course, Aragwen. That's right. A plague doctor mask or hood would make sense to me. Okay. Boris. Boars. Let's go with boars. No, let's go with Boris. Boros. A scarred plague survivor assigned to help me with my research. Okay. So I think I'm taking... Yeah, I think I'm going to check respected. Because I'm essentially I'm trading in the respect so that I can live in this world. Am I killing off one of my things here? No, I think this is still life among the ill and dying. Excuse me. Ooh. Also, I don't know if we're going to actually finish this story today. There's like 80, 90 prompts, I think. So it's going to be a while before we get towards the end, but we'll see. We'll see. I trade in the respect I've cultivated for a safe place to, I trade in the respect I've cultivated for a safe place, a secure, for a sanctuary. I trade in the respect I've cultivated for a sanctuary. And then I'm going to add this as a resource. Of course, I'm going to add a stationary resource called Alchemy Lab. I like this, I like this. Isn't it just Aragwen? I think it's awesome. And the key point of the game is that you forget memories. Like, that's the... You're not just adding prompts forever and ever and ever. You have to remove old memories because you're now ancient. This character's probably about 500-600 years old by now. So you wouldn't remember some of the stuff that happened to him before. In fact, I'm probably going to lose these memories pretty quickly. I trade in the respect I've cultivated for a sanctuary where I can be safe. I mean, that's what sanctuary means. For a sanctuary from those who would do me harm. Yeah, easy. Okay, Bosh, let's continue. 4 minus 4 is 0. You are approached by a supernatural character unknown to you. And for a time I can rest. Thank you. I'm just going to add that, Aragwen, because I like that. Oh. You are approached by a supernatural character unknown to you. They take you on a bizarre journey, then offer you spiritual solace in exchange for a terrible pledge. What do they demand? Will you accept? If you accept, gain a skill. Now, this is interesting because, as near as I can tell, I'm not sure whether or not I accept is going to be dictated entirely by what kind of spiritual solace they're offering and what kind of terrible pledge they're offering. Yes, I'm thinking, because all I've wanted to do over the period of the terrible plague is stop the plague so that I can, still feed on people who are not sick, but also return the world to a better place. Is awesome. So I'm thinking the pledge what they're offering me is what they're demanding of me, this creature, is let the plague run its course, or perhaps even stronger, be a spreader of it. So this creature, I think, represents rot and disease, much like Yvonne is at this point. Become the flea. Ooh, TT going the opposite. The pledge is I have to burn a bunch of shit down in order to heal the world with fire. You are approached by a supernatural character unknown to you. They take you on a bizarre journey, then offer you spiritual solace. What is the spiritual solace that they're offering me? They're offering me rest from my rage, right? Spiritual solace is to calm my rage and to reduce the sort of like feeling of rot in my body. And in order to do that, I would have to become calm or accept something. Or is it, like, interestingly enough, is a supernatural creature like an angel? Literally, not literally, but like figuratively. A creature from above. That seems weird, doesn't it? It doesn't seem like it would kind of make sense here. They take you on a bizarre journey, then offer you spiritual solace. A hag. I like the hag, though. The hag takes me on a journey of things that I had forgotten. Shows me visions of a place far in the past, close to the woods, his old home. They offer you spiritual solace in exchange for a terrible pledge. If I accept, the skill I would gain, I think, would be essentially like calming the rage. It would be like not just a fortitude, but like the skill I would gain if I accept whatever this pact is. Yeah, serenity, exactly. Okay, I like this, guys. So then the question is, serenity now. A hag approaches me in my slumber, showing me places far back in time, which she claims to be my former life. She offers to a terrible pledge. The terrible pledge would be letting the disease run its course, right? Because then I could turn my skills in medicine and alchemy to other things. Yeah. If I pledge to let the disease run its course, culling humanity, she offers me the promise. She offers me a balm to soothe my soul. Is that how you spell balm? Yeah, it is. Rage. Okay. Yvonne accepts. Ooh. What do you think about this, Erigwen? What do you think about what I've written, though? I think so, Gil. I'm gonna add her as an immortal character called the Hag. A creature that offered me a bargain. Offered me a bargain for my very soul. Okay, guys, this is going great. I don't know how much time. Oh, it's been almost 3 hours. We're gonna do a bit more. 8 minus 1 is 7. 47. Okay, So, this is quite nice, I think, because I have a feeling we're gonna jump forward in time quite a bit, I think. The world has evolved in ways you can't comprehend, causing you to lose a good amount of wealth. What happened? Check a skill. Create a skill that will hopefully prevent this happening again. Lose a resource. Ooh, okay. Check a skill. Create a skill that will hopefully prevent this happening again. Lose a resource. I'm definitely checking alchemy, because I think now, with the acceptance of letting the plague run its course, I think we're moving into the Renaissance. We're moving into a world where the very notion of science and scientific research has progressed. I mean, like, I know people were practicing alchemy for a long time, but like, I think the notion of it will remove juggling, I think, too, right, guys? Oh boy. The world has evolved in ways you can't comprehend, causing you to lose a good amount of wealth. I'm gonna kill one of my old memories and create a new memory called... Yeah, what's my new kind of life? What is this guy's new life? Is he like... Okay, so let's say he hasn't kept up with his medicine. So I'm gonna check medicine. I need to create a skill that will hopefully prevent this happening again, and then I have to lose a resource. I'm going to lose Alchemy Lab. Oh yeah, there you go. So what would... It needs to be a skill that is not tied to the progress of civilization, because the reason that medicine has lost his wealth is because he, this immortal creature known as Ivan, is unable to keep up with the progress of society. So it needs to be a skill related to something that will never change. Something like art. I was thinking grave digging or grave rubbing, because people always die. Oh boy, okay. Painting is very interesting. But yeah, I think we're gonna lose humanity. Oh man. No, I'm gonna lose this old memory here, right? This is the oldest of memories. Bosh. And then we're gonna maybe create a new memory, or maybe create it. Well, we're creating a new experience anyway. Yeah, exactly, Aragwen, and now it's gone. She didn't say that was also part of the bargain. She didn't say you'll be able to remember this forever. She just said you're at peace now. Oh, man. A balm to soothe his soul. I like... Yeah, it's something to reflect back to Silver-Tongued. It's like... Yeah, like... Yeah, let's make it networking. Because he still is, like, his marks are, you know, pretty intense. So I'm going to create a new memory, which I think I can do. Yep, I still have one space. So we're going to make this one called A New World. The world moves too quickly for me to keep up. I reinvent myself as... It's not like a social butterfly. Ah! Very nice, Aragwen. I reinvent myself as an artist. Someone who can see the world for what it truly is. Cool. Nice. I'm moving on. 3 minus 1 is 2. What simple, practical skill proves invaluable in your strange existence? How did you learn it? Create a skill. Wow, I've got so many skills. What simple, practical skill proves invaluable in your strange existence? How did you learn it? Well, if we're talking art, oh, there was also, this would be a great point where I would look these things up, right? There were several movements in art of landscape painting, right? Where, often artists would draw their inspiration from nature and then it would kind of come and go in waves. I'm thinking specifically of, I think it's the sort of 1800s, the poets and bullet journaling, poets and artists who kind of went out into the world to find it. So, what simple practical skill proves invaluable in your strange existence? Simple and practical. Observation. And I'm gonna explain what I mean here. The more I paint and write about the world around me, the more I see in it. Every creature that moves, every breath of wind, every existence that is here or has been left behind. Bosh. 9 minus 2 is 7. Okay, we're moving forward now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You begin a fantastic construction that puzzles the mortals around you. Give just a hint as to its purpose. Lose a resource and gain the skill visionary. Lose a resource, huh? Ruh-roh. I'm almost out of resources. Oh, well, okay. For sure, this is going to be a magnum opus. Like the Sistine Chapel. Yeah. I'm losing the wedding ring because I melt it down to use the iron in it in a large sculpture. Yes. Okay, here we go. You begin a fantastic construction that puzzles the mortals around you. Give just a hint as to its purpose. Gain the skill, so lose a resource, fine. Gain the skill, visionary. I love this sort of reinvention as an artist. A nature artist. I love this. I'm going to keep all that. I'll even post this document if anyone's interested. I'll post it on the Discord. If people are interested in seeing it. Okay. I melt down every scrap of iron and metal I can find to craft a sculpture. I melt down every scrap, of iron and metal I can find to craft a sculpture. One that will enlighten all those who walk under it. Okay. I want to know what it is. 10 minus 2 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 64. Vast numbers of humans are migrating around the world. What group becomes easy to feed upon? How do you capitalize on their helplessness? Create a resource. Guys. Okay. This is... I think I'm going to put another memory in my old leather-bound book, by the way. The resource is going to be, people you can feed off of or whatever. Is it people who are coming to experience Just think, he started out as a flea-ridden hick, and now he's the reclusive artist in Krakow. Incredible. I think I'm gonna kill Warren Blood, and I'm gonna transfer a new world into... No, I'm gonna transfer... No. I'm gonna kill this. I'm gonna kill this memory. Because what I want to do is create a new memory. Vast numbers of humans are migrating around the world. What group becomes easy to feed on? Well, it's the people who are coming to see the sculpture that I've made, isn't it? Right? Oh, hello, Mistrich. Welcome back. Yeah, you were lurking right at the very beginning, that's right. This is 1000-Year-Old Vampire, a solo RPG by Tim Hutchings. We are indeed, I think, closing in on the end. I'm not 100% sure, but it feels like we've done a lot here. My old woodsy monster has ended up in town. He was a doctor, a plague doctor for a while. He was sort of struggling with his humanity vis-a-vis the Black Death, and has now come out the other side as an artist. I think we're now... Yeah. Kung Fu Fenris, I think this is now well into, like, well, maybe even past the Renaissance. I think we've got people leaving to go to the New World. Because we've created the sculpture now. What group becomes easy? Okay, so maybe it's not to do with the... Maybe I'm using the people... I had a vampire who was turned fighting the invasion of the Moors and ended up becoming a cheesemaker in the Alps. Mistrich, this is the thing. I've had a similar experience where I feel like it's gone from worse to better. Like they've become more human, not less human. I'm sure you could make the argument that they should become more monstrous over time. That is badass, though. How do you capitalize on their helplessness? Well, these need to be people traveling... Yeah, I like what Kung Fu Fenris is saying. Oh, he got abducted by a cult. Okay, well, that's less good. This is people who want to go to the New World. Aha! It's essentially people who are being selected to, choosing to go to the New World because of sort of the land there, the space there, right? How do you capitalize on their helplessness? So there's a group of people. I'm trying to make this one work, guys. So what I've decided is, as he's sort of working on this sculpture, which will be his magnum opus, but may honestly take like 100 years, 200 years. People just kind of think he's dead, and every so often it'll reappear. People are starting to move from the old world to the new world. I use big quotation marks there. They're moving maybe through ports. Maybe these are... Yeah, religious refugees, right? In the 100 Years' War era, you had people leaving Europe for the New World, where they could sort of be quote-unquote free. Ooh! Although I do like that, actually, Gil. What group becomes easy to feed upon? My resource is an endless supply. An endless supply of art students. No, not art students, of apprentices. What group becomes easy to feed upon? Maybe are we already at like the Industrial Revolution? Maybe the group that's easy to feed upon. I'm putting Warren Blood into my diary? No, I don't care about it anymore. It doesn't matter. Okay, this is not a new memory yet, then. Yeah, I know, Kung Fu Fenris, but now I'm wondering if it's been several hundred years. Like, maybe we've just jumped way forward in time as this guy moves to... I doubt it! As this guy works to create his art, and he continues to melt down iron. Also, it's 2 o'clock, so I actually have to call this pretty soon. I'll do maybe one more after this, and hopefully it's not too bad. My rage, my humanity, I can't add to that. Life among the ill and dying. What group becomes easy to feed upon? How do you capitalize on their helplessness, create a resource? War has replaced disease. And many are seeking new lives of hope. I offer the most desperate a vision of an artistic masterpiece. Okay. I think that makes sense to me. Nice. Okay, cool. We're doing at least one more, guys, here. 1 minus 1 is 0. You manipulate society's leaders to make one group of humans even more vulnerable to your vampiric feeding. What system do you build around victimizing these people? Yeesh. Check a skill. Create a relevant skill from a memory. Create a character who is central to those resisting your machinations. Check a skill. Ah, see, Kung Fu Fenris, this is the point where I would then hop on the internet and start researching these things. I feel like in the context of a stream, I'm probably not going to be doing that. But I think this is really important, and the game encourages you to do so. Ah, there you go. Perfect. You manipulate society's leaders to make one group of humans even more vulnerable to your feeding. What system do you build around victimizing these people? So obviously I want to drive more people towards, to become refugees away from the world. What system do you build around victimizing these people? Well, it's got to be some sort of war. Like, yeah, the 30 Years' War. If things went to hell in Poland, then that would create a whole bunch of chaos for me to, to feed around. Yeah, networking. The man who smells of rot and looks like an old tree. It's become a political influence. Incredible. Check a skill. Create a relevant skill from a memory. Create a character who is central to those resisting your machinations. Well, this is going to be a revolutionary mortal who is maybe an anarchist. What's the over-under our anarchy being a popular movement in the 1600s? Oh boy, but seriously, something like Oleg, an anarchist who seeks to destroy the system. Oh, there you go. So this is, to be clear, not a modern definition of Republican, but there we go. Who seeks to destroy the system of oppression I operate within. I like this guy is like, is he still even an artist? I don't know. Now I need to create an experience, and I need to put it somewhere. Oh boy. I guess I'm putting it under my rage. As I use my position to create... As I use my position to create more... Oh, there you go. As I use my position to create even more... To sow even more chaos. As I use my position to sow even more chaos and feed upon the helpless, there are those who would destroy the system I have cultivated. And it fills me with an inhuman rage. I find this very interesting because all of a sudden this character has become both an artist who has grand visions of the future. He's a visionary. But also he's become someone who... Oh shit. There you go, Kung Fu Fenris. But I'm also becoming someone who despises those who are pushing forward for political change because it doesn't benefit me. 6 minus 2 is 4. 3, 4. An antiquity has surfaced which is directly tied to your mortal life. Check a skill or lose a resource and gain the antiquity as a resource, then regain one of your earliest memories. Record an experience about acquiring the antique. Oh, shit. There's so much. There's so much more. There's so much more, guys. There's so much more. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave it for now. But I'm going to remember. I'm going to make a note here. We are at prompt 68, finding the mass grave of his old village. Okay, I'm making a note of it because I really want to come back to it. I'm going to close those off. Woo! And then I think I can move myself back over. Whoa! There we go. Okay, team, thank you so much. This has been really fun. I didn't realize it was going to be so long to like talk so much about it, but I will come back to this. Oh, hello, one and all. Welcome back. I'll just hide these really quick. 2,000-year-old vampire. Hey. My name is Scott Humphrey. This is probably going to end up being one VOD, so I wonder if I'm going to cut this new intro. Who knows? That's future Scott's editing problem. Okay. An antiquity has surfaced which is directly tied to your mortal life. Yes, I in fact buried it there. Check a skill. Checked. Gain the antiquity as a resource. Regain one of your earliest memories. Done, 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 done. Record an experience about acquiring the antique. I sure do. I'm pretty sure... I feel like I want to lose my humanity again, or life among the ill and dying. The life among the ill and dying is certainly, I think, well, certainly, it's like chronologically the oldest, right? It has to do with my time kind of with a disease, you know, living out my time sort of during the Black Death and so on. I don't want to use my rage. A new world seems appropriate to keep. Yeah. Oh, you've become obsessed with your past. It's possible. What do I have in my rage here? Diseased world, a hag. A hag approaches me in my slumber, showing me places far back in time which she claims to be my former life. She offered me the serenity, the soothing balm here. I don't know if I want to necessarily lose this. It sure is interesting, isn't it, folks? I'm, like, these are all, yeah, I feel like, okay, so for Iwan, he's got all these sort of, like, distant memories of, like, people that he knew, or that he knew in his immortal life, but people who kind of were part of making him feel more human. I don't want to lose 7, my humanity. 9, a new world. This is about This is about the art, and I'm interested in seeing where this prompt goes about, like, creating a sculpture that will enlighten all those who walk under it. I don't know. So yeah, I'm not going to lose my humanity. I offer the most desperate a vision of an artistic masterpiece. I think I'm gonna drop life among the ill and dying, because this sort of series of experiences feels to me like it feels to me part of a past that is no longer important to Yvonne. It has to do with, like, taking sanctuary from the diseased world out there. That's what I'm gonna say. But as we can all see from all the chats chatting in chat, hello chat, there's infinite numbers of possibilities here, right? Like, you can, well, not infinite, but you can choose to do a whole bunch of different things, and that becomes the story that you're creating for yourself. All right. So I'm not sure what I'm going to call this yet. I'm going to call it New Memory for now, but I'm just because I'm not quite sure what the sort of thematic bridge for this thing is yet. Record an experience about acquiring the antique as a celebrity firmly entrenched in Poland's cultural milieu. I am invited to the archaeological dig that unearths the village where I lived, and the mass grave that I created was the cause of. The mass grave I caused? Not quite the right word, but that's okay. Finding... Did I call it a dagger or a knife? I can't remember. A knife. Oh, filled is nice. Ooh. Finding the knife rekindles. Ooh. I'm liking all of these suggestions, folks. Finding the knife brings back the screams of those lived with, hated, and loved. I'm kind of freely borrowing from people in the chat here. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Let's go with history repeats itself for now, because I'm curious to see what this sort of becomes. What becomes of this? So I once again have, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, so I've got. Well, it's so interesting because this is essentially a continuation of War and Blood now, right? Woo! Okay. All right, guys. That was 68. Gonna eliminate that. We still have space. We still have space. I'm rolling a d10 and a d6. I rolled 8. Minus 5 is 3. We're moving ahead. 1, 2, 3. 71. An immortal character has been destroyed by mortals. Oh, sorry, Flower. I checked Serenity because I feel like, as per the suggestion. I mean, hang on. No. Based on what I just said, I'm checking political influence. Oh, good day, RJ Cody. Welcome to the last little bit of 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, a solo RPG by Tim Hutchings. We are in the middle of playing. We are in the middle of playing the solo RPG with help from chat, and it is really exciting. I'm not sure if you were here last time, RJ, so I'm happy to give you a quick Sparks notes, Coles notes, whatever you call them, of the game if you're interested. Otherwise, I'll just keep playing. Ivan used his political influence to make sure that he was on the group, the group with the group of people who were at the archaeological dig. All right. Oh, sounds good, RJ. An immortal character has been destroyed by mortals. How did you come to find out about this? What did you lose? Create a skill based on a memory. Create an immortal character if necessary. It's not necessary. There are 2. I have 2 immortals on this list. The Hag, a creature that offered me a bargain for my very soul, or, and it's going to be this one, Alia, a Spriggan who is the will of the forest incarnate. Okay, guys, right away, this experience is going to be linked. I already have it sort of bubbling up within me here. Part of the archaeological dig, part of it was sort of this cultural movement towards national pride and discovering, a history of the people and a history of the land and a history of, what it means to be Polish at this time. A few hundred years ago from now, I mean. However, what was not immediately made clear to everybody, because it's, it was on a need-to-know basis, if as you will, is that in fact this archaeological dig, it's not that it's a front or anything like that, but the archaeological dig was actually part of a much larger push to push back the forest, push back the unknown, and reclaim land for the use of peasants, tradespeople, soon-to-be industrial revolution. I mean, we're still talking a couple hundred years away probably, but I think what happened is in the wake of discovering this place, Yvonne also discovered that they were clearing out more of the forest to make room for to make room for more people to live here. And in doing so, they destroyed the thing that gave him his power in the first place. Oh, yes. Wait, how did you come to find out about this? What did you lose? Create a skill based on a memory. Create a skill based on a memory. What does it mean? I want to create a skill like Bloodthirsty again. I already have that skill. Hey, it's Kung Fu Fenris. Welcome, Kung Fu Fenris. We're just continuing on here. I'm right near the end. So depending on how this next roll goes, I think we might be at our last prompt, but we'll see. Whoa, Mistrich. I didn't destroy this immortal character. Whoa. Oh! I see what you're saying. Sorry, just to be clear. Yeah. Ooh. I like what Aragwen's saying as well. So here's the question. So did Yvonne discover that she's already gone? That she's been destroyed by the people who essentially logged and just, took the forest away from her home? Or was he with them when it was happening and sort of saved her essence? No, here we go. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say that he found her remains. And yeah, I like... Come on, Bloodthirsty Spriggan. I've taken observation and artistry and things of that nature. But I like the idea that this would be... Do I even have a memory of her? No, I don't. All of those memories of her are forgotten. It's weird because... Oh boy. So this is how the game works, right? Yvonne doesn't even remember the thing that made him how he is today. Immediately, right? There are no memories of her. So knowing that she's dead, he can't be like, Alia, it's you! But I think somewhere deep down, he's like, I felt a connection with this place. And... I felt a connection with this place. I've lost something in her. God damn, Eric. With the forest being pushed back to uncover even more history. Have I been doing past tense or present tense? Past tense. A little bit of both, actually. That's nice and confusing. With the forest being pushed back to uncover even more history, I came upon a shriveled creature that had once been... Great question, Ellie Spot. I don't think I'm quite in a position to answer that, so, you know. Behold, it's your new sentence starter. Hi, Ellie Spot. Welcome to 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, a solo RPG by Tim Hutchings. We're just finishing up Yvonne's story. I'm noticing that I'm right near the end of the prompts, so I probably will be wrapping up that soon. And I'll do a little, you know, not a review per se, but just a couple of thoughts. With the forest being pushed back to uncover even more history, I came upon a shriveled creature that had once been very powerful. Yes, Aragorn, exactly. She begged me to take her power into the future, and I consumed her. Classic. Ugh, flower. I like it, but, you know. And I consumed her, feeling... I know, Aragwen. The only problem is I can't stream for very long today, so I mean, I'm gonna be playing this on my own off stream for sure. It's so cool. I love it. Okay, sorry. She begged me to take her power into the future, and I consumed her, you know, sensing my connection to all living things. I can't spell. Okay. Now, I need to... new tasting history episode. I mean, vampire journals. Welcome back to Tasting History. Oh, okay. He's so great. Okay. We're creating a skill based on a memory. Create an immortal character if necessary. I had just thought that my skill was going to be... Where was it? Is it here? Learning to survive the diseased world. It was a... so it's not a skill. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. It's a connection to the vitality of humanity. It's more of a mark, really, right? Yes, Miss Rich, it was. But, of course, Yvonne doesn't remember her anymore. That memory is gone. Oh, actually, hang on. Hold the phone. Diary memory number 4 is in the... Sorry, it's a memory. And it's in my book. Nope, never mind. This is the memory I chose to put in a goddamn diary. What a fool. All right, yeah. So he doesn't remember her. It's just he knows there's a connection. So what is the skill I'm creating here? The skill is... it's like a power, right? It's like a magical kind of sense of connection to people's life force. I'm gonna write life force connection. That's not a. Oh yeah, mystical. Yeah, thank you, Gil. This is good. All right, team. Pfft, ridiculous. What an idiot. Louis the Fourth. Creamy. Plenty of cholesterol with a hint of fine wine. Foul taste, aftertaste of gout. Oh my God, Max Miller's so charming. Okay, guys, I'm rolling. Just a reminder, if I roll a total of 0 on my D10 and my D6, we approach the next stage of this prompt again. If I roll a negative number, we go back. But if I roll a positive total, we're moving forward, and just glancing ahead, it looks like that'll be the last prompt. Let's have a look. I can tell you I rolled a positive number. I rolled a 7 minus 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this? What is this prompt? What a, oh man. Okay, well, this is not what I was expecting to be the end. Oh, but this is gonna be perfect, because the last experience in history repeats itself. Prompt 75. An old friend or foe murders you in your sleep. What do you see in those seconds between dream and non-existence? The game is over. What do you see in those seconds between dream and non-existence? I feel like the correct answer in my heart is he sees his old life. He sees, you know, his wife, his son, the village where he grew up. He sees the sort of happiness that he had. Well, Kung Fu Fenris, I didn't realize how close to the end I was. An old friend or foe murders you in your sleep. Let's have a look at my characters. So I have the hag. Yeah, I have the I have the hag. I have this guy, Oleg, a Republican who seeks to destroy the system of oppression I operate within. So this guy could be a political assassination. Feels a bit weird. Must be Merrick. But I could not sense the approach of a creature that dwells beyond life. Hey, folks, I'm going to be talking about my experience here in just a moment. I just want to try to end this on a bang, if you will. But I could not sense the approach of a creature that dwells beyond life itself. The hag returned. Let's remind myself what I said. If I pledge to let the disease run its course, culling humanity, she offers me a balm to soothe my rage. The hag returned, sensing my rage could never be quelled. This is very true, Flower. She showed me memories of when I was happy, and I begged to go to the great beyond. Whoop! Thank you. Thanks, Pionify. Huh? And I begged to go to the great beyond with those I can now remember. Maria. What did I call my son? Nicolaj. Igor, Marek, and did I give her a name, Mother Superior? Ilona. I don't know if I love Ilona in quite the same way. That's the last experience. And it slots quite nicely into, if I'm not mistaken, the final experience in the fifth memory. It is wild how quickly, despite the fact that you only start with 5 experiences in 5 different memories, I mean, that means that within 10 experiences, you need to create something new, right? You need to lose a memory. I think there's a way of playing this game where you could try to sort of draw it out and be like, okay, great, I have to lose a memory, it's going in the diary. I have to lose a memory, it's going in another it's going in the same diary. Okay, and then I won't ever lose this resource if I can help it. There's a way of doing that, but that's not how I wanted to play. That's the story of Ivan. There it is. Wow. That's it. That's all, guys. Let's see if I can't remember how much of this I had to put there. Let's just see how much more of this there is. Yeah, okay. Not much. Yeah, exactly, Gil. That's what I mean is, like, I don't know, but, like, I'm not sure, like, I understand why you would, but I'm not sure if that's how I would want to play, but it is. Okay. So, I'll point out there are alternate prompts included here. It says to be enjoyed in the place of regular prompts. Not all of them have multiple entries. You know, some of them might be odd, repetitive, or nonsensical. Great question, Flower. We will count up shortly. I just want to see what else there is in this book here, just so I know. Additional prompts by other authors, which is very cool. Oh, Amber Autumn Faybrook. I know Amber Autumn. I mean, I know of Amber Autumn. I don't know Amber Autumn, just to be clear. More additional prompts. There's tons of them here, guys. This is awesome. And these are themed. Love that. Oh, no. Oh, you got me, Flower. Damn it. All right. Well, what do I do? I need some sort of, like, dunce cap to wear if I hit my ban, I think. There's some questions. I'm just seeing if there's anything else in here that I need to, like, really go on. Suggestions for group play. That's cool. And then play examples, naturally, because some people really like examples, including myself. And then a kind of a character sheet at the end, in theory. Designer's notes, etc. Okay, so team, that was the ending of, and I really didn't realize I was quite so close to the end of this game. That was the end of my first playthrough of Wee! 1,000-Year-Old Vampire! Hooray! I love books that feel like old books, if you know what I mean. There's been craft put in to deliberately make it seem older and used and so on. I was recently recommended and devoured S, which is a novel by, I'm going to look it up because it was created partially by J.J. Abrams, but I can't remember who the other person is. Doug Dorst, and conceived by J.J. Abrams, which is, like, for anyone who loves kind of meta-textual, like, fiction, it is a book... It is a book in which is contained a library book in which the two characters are physically writing notes to each other back and forth in the margins and, like, including pages in the books and shit. The downside with S is I assume you can't really read a used copy because if someone's dropped one of the pages out of it, you're just missing part of the experience. It's very cool. Coming, Kung Fu Fenris, let's have a look. Whee! Ah, yes, look at that. Biblioteca Regia Hafniensis de Forbute Burgers. I don't know what that is. Ooh, I'm not familiar with these, Roger Twy. Very, very cool. Gestikel. Which sticker? Which sticker? Oh, this is cute though, isn't it? Yeah, I think so, Requiem. I think you could. Anyway, sorry. Talking about something totally different here for a second. So, I want to give people their money's worth of a stream, so to speak, because I am not planning on doing anything else after we talk about this. But I invite thoughts and feelings and reviews in chat, of course, people who have immediate thoughts about it. Ooh, it's an actual place. Shit, I want to go to the Room of Forbidden Books. Damn, that sounds cool. I'll give my 2 cents. As I said before, I kind of can't believe how late in life I, like, stumbled into the idea of solo RPGs. Because, like, I grew up essentially doing that. I essentially grew up playing role-playing games in my head, but, like, sans system. And, like, I know that you could be like, everyone imagines stories as a kid, and I understand that, but it was, like, for me, it was gamified already. I just didn't have a game. Oh, TT. What happened? I didn't realize. TT, we got the last prompt, and it said, story's over. I will quickly, if I can do this without it being too annoying, I will pop that back in, and I will read you here the final prompt. I could not sense the approach of a creature that dwells beyond life itself. Oh, sorry, yes, okay, never mind. You were here, okay, good. All right, my bag. Yeah, I think that's it, Miss Trich. I'm just surprised there's, like... No, not at all, TT. It's all good. I'm just surprised there haven't been more on my radar, so I'm going to keep looking for them. I love the structure of it. Structure allows creativity to exist. It doesn't hinder creativity. Any sort of rails or guides or obstacles even allow for additional creativity. Oh my god, so long. Kung Fu Fenris. Tell me why. Tell me why, Kung Fu Fenris. Maybe you can't, because maybe it's forbidden. Okay, review time. Very sort of brief thoughts here. First of all, I want to thank Tim Hutchings for writing this. Thank you, it's awesome. Me too. I would also like to see more like this. I really enjoy, obviously, we've been having a tangentially related discussion in Crunch on the Discord. Of course, check out the Discord for additional details about what we're on about over at RPG Clinic. Yeah, Requiem. I would love that. I truly would love that, and I'd love to have a look at this. What other people kind of come up with for themselves, what excites other people. Obviously, I love how simple this system is. And when I say simple, I just mean you don't need much to play. You need an imagination, you need to be able to write stuff down, you need 2 dice, or a number generator, and you need the book. That's about as basic as you're going to get, really. Yeah. And then Gil makes a good point, too. Like, it's not necessarily about it being balanced around how many experiences you have to write, but rolling a d10 and subtracting a d6 from it means you're probably going to move forward over time, but there's the possibility that you'll move forward quite quickly and get to the end of your story quite quickly. I'll point out, I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skills I could check, and 3 resources that I could use or sacrifice if I had to. So I mean, you could get unlucky and kind of die earlier. Mister, didn't we play that on stream? No. We played the Giving Mech, where you one person plays the pilot and one person plays the mech that gives of itself. It's the Giving Tree, but a mech. It gives of itself until it's destroyed. It's like so bittersweet and beautiful. I remember we played it on RPG Clinic, so I think the VOD will be on our YouTube. What else do I want to say here? I really enjoy how simple it was. I really enjoyed the structure of the prompts. Again, structured enough that they actually gave you something to work with. They weren't so open-ended that you're just like, well, that could be anything. The prompts were specific enough that they sort of sparked an idea or a creative vision in your mind, but not so specific that they wouldn't work with whatever you've already built. That's like quite... hi, Lo. Hello. Hello. Welcome to the end of the stream. We actually just wrapped up, annoyingly, because I didn't realize how few prompts we had left based on my die rolls. We lived, and we died. Yeah, we lived, we rediscovered our history, and then Yvonne was taken by a hag. Not just a hag. The hag. It's poetic, really. What else do I want to say about this, guys? I love the book that it comes in. I love what it's trying to do. I guess I have to say, this is true of all games, so it's not a point for or against, but it's, at least it's not trying to trick you with its genre. And what I mean by that is that I think there are some games that say, you can take this in a bunch of different directions in terms of theme or in terms of like genre, but actually it's a horror game. Actually it's an adventure. Most games kind of do what they say on the tin, and it's like a little like it's apparent what they're trying to do right off the bat. What I appreciate about 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, and I think it's just important to note, is that, I mean, first of all, solo RPGs aren't going to be for everyone, but this isn't going to be for people who don't want to play monsters, for lack of a better word. I feel like you can't really avoid, you don't have to lean into like being a monster that feeds on innocent humans, or you don't have to lean into that if you don't want to. But I feel like if you had issues with sort of that sort of theming, this wouldn't be a game for you. That's not a mark for or against. I'm pointing it out because it's something that's in my head here. What's Mr. saying here? Live, love, die, remember. Imminence. I should be writing these down, eh? I should be writing these down, Mr. Rich. Hold up. I'm going to be writing them down. Where are they going? They're going on this list. All right, here we go. Immanence and live, love, die, remember. I'm going to be playing this again on my own for sure. Yeah, it's... Well, this is it. Like, I think... And it's nice that there is such a huge swath of experience that you can really, like, get into if you want to. There's like, yeah, there's a range of kind of creatures that you can play. It's been suggested multiple times in the chat, and I want to throw this over to people in the chat who have more experience with Vampire the Masquerade. There's an interesting kind of crossover here because, of course, all of you will know in the chat that I play on RPG Clinic, where we have many times played games set in the world of darkness. Changeling the Streaming, Changeling Riverwild, and right now, Werewolf 5th, Montreal by Moonlight. A vampire pun very much intended, Requiem, and thank you, I appreciate that. Is this... okay, first and foremost, this is a cool way of deciding what your jumping off point is. Like, if you wanted to create a character and flesh out their backstory, you could essentially play this game. In essence, you're rolling on a bunch of random tables, and you are using those prompts to craft out a history of a life for an older vampire. Is that a good idea? Is it a bad idea? I'm curious, for people who have played Vampire the Masquerade, if the idea of creating experiences and memories and diaries for your character, some of which are forgotten, is useful. Or is Vampire the Masquerade more exciting for you if you play it as a younger vampire? Younger is a relative term here. Yeah. No, Gil, for sure. I think that's it. Like, I think you hit the nail on the head here. What I appreciate is that, you know, the game, it does what it says on the tin. It offers safety tools in the text pretty early on, and it offers you a sense of, like, this is what this game is about. Obviously, well-written games do that. I just think it's a little... I guess what I'm saying is it's a little sad that this kind of mechanic... You would have to adapt this pretty heavily if you wanted to play it, but didn't want to interact with the themes of vampires. Okay. What else here? Aragorn says, I wasn't there for the starting prompt. I really think it would be fascinating to try to play a different character who has a different impetus. Yes, Aragorn, I will jump back and tell you about that. Yes, could be cool for generating NPCs. Mistrich, thank you. Dead Friend and Quiet Year. I don't know what these are, but I'm looking forward to them, to finding them out. The Quiet Year just reminds me of The Quiet Place. Okay, VTM is very different to run with older vampires. Okay. Yeah. Correct. Oh god, sorry, Ellie Spot. That is literally terrifying. Thankfully, we're almost at the end of this track, but I will jump over to that one for you. That is truly horrible. Oh man. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, yes. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, anyway, I've moved on anyway. Aragorn wanted to know about the first prompt. So I will point out, Aragorn, you were here for the majority of this. Character creation asks you to create, you know, just a sentence summary of your mortal life. I am a knight who fought in this war. I am a samurai, whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter. That's one experience. You create 3 mortal characters who are important in your life, 3 skills that you have, 3 resources that you have. Then you create 3 more experiences where you combine characters, skills, resources. Then you create an immortal who gifted you with unlife and an experience to do with that. And then, yeah, in theory, you must start with prompts 1 through 9. One of the prompts between 1 through 9. Because it depends on what you roll. And you can roll anywhere from a negative... Oh my god, math. You can roll anywhere from a -5 to a +9, right? I'll read you number 1, because I think it's important, because it's likely that you would roll probably 1. In your blood hunger, you destroy someone close to you. Kill a mortal character. Create a mortal if none are available. Take the skill Bloodthirsty. I'm just kind of quickly looking at them here. They mostly have to do with, like, creating things, but some of them ask you to just destroy and check. Yeah, it really does. Actually, it's very dependent. Someone asked kind of how many sort of potential pathways there are, and of course the answer is a lot. There are, by my count, 80 prompts, 80, plus many additional prompts in the appendices. The last 5 to 10 prompts are the game ends. So, obviously you wouldn't encounter those more than once. But it would appear that generally the prompts kind of progress from you're new, you're scared of the world, to you become more powerful, you have to hide, you have to grow your power, you know, it kind of becomes in that way. Yeah, Aragorn makes a good point. Highly applicable in Discord play or multiplayer. I'm just gonna quickly kind of look around here at what it says for multiplayer, because I'm curious. I don't want to read a whole thing, but... Flower of August also asks, how flexible is this book on what a vampire is? I'm gonna come back to that, Flower, because I actually don't know if it ever said you must play a creature that feeds on human flesh. Blood. Sorry, not flesh. I'm not sure. Let's see what it says here. So, suggestions for group play. Whoa, wrong thing. Let's jump in there. It's a solo game. It only takes a little work for it to become to play with multiple players. Quick and, yeah, Mr. Rich. Okay, and about that. Okay, cool. Well, I'll jump back to that as well. Thank you. When playing as a group, the slower journaling game takes on an epistolary or letter-writing format. Whenever you generate a prompt, write your response as a letter to the other players. That is legit kind of one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. You are playing, essentially, a network of Austenian heroines that are just like... Dearest, God, my heart. Today I was forced to eat the gardener. You know, it's just so good. Oh, it's great. Okay, quick games work best when played at a table, face to face. Something is wrong with me here, folks. No one is writing out long journal entries. Responses can be kept brief. You keep your attention focused on whoever's taking a turn. You might want to allow subsequent players to roll for their prompts in advance to think through them ahead of their turns. Brevity is key. Interesting. Oh, thank you, Aragwen. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I think that's really fun. The larger the group, the slower you will progress. Consider rolling 2 d10s and subtracting the usual d6. This will speed up the game and prevent players from rolling the same prompts again and again. They're talking about geography and so on. General multiplayer rules. Both game formats encourage players to gently push and pull at one another. Part of the way this works is through the sharing of characters and resources. When initially creating your group of vampires, they should be geographically close and should have a relationship to one other vampire at the table. So it gives an example that, you know, you could be romantically entangled with another PC or whatever. Creating interconnections between characters helps the group flesh out relationships and provides them something to reminisce about in 300 or 400 years. Okay. There's more examples here. Any character, regardless of who created them, can be tapped by any player to satisfy a character requirement in a prompt. Makes sense? Resources can move between vampires, too. If a prompt instructs a player to gain a resource, they may elect to take a resource from someone else. So, okay, what I'm seeing here and what I find fascinating is they're suggesting for multiplayer games that it is not just, you know, 4 to 6 people playing the game solo and kind of just, you know, being at a table playing the game solo, but in the same room. They're suggesting that you actively use the mechanics of the game to play as a group, even though you are not actively trying to affect the outcome of the other people's. Yes, Requiem. I don't remember how expensive it was, Requiem, but I think it's good. I think it's a good shout. Page 20. What is a vampire? Let me tell you now. I'm gonna read what it says. Oh, not that page 20. Oh, God. Whee! Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh dear, XX. Nope, that's 2 styles of play. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hang on, I'm gonna find it. There we go. Oh, fuck's sake. I wonder if that's 20 aka 10. No. It sounds really cool, guys. I think it's really awesome. I'm just gonna... No, man, I wish there was like a little... What's in this book? I'll find it, Miss Stritch, but thank you. You will have seen me go to various page 20s, and none of them specifically had a thing that said, what is a vampire? That I saw, anyway. The game ends. Answer the prompts. 2 styles of play. Oh, God. I'm gonna find it, guys. Don't worry. Don't you worry about it. There we go. The vampire is the character you will follow through the narrative. How they manifest is up to you. Okay. So, this is to answer your question, Flower, and I think it's... I did read this, but I guess it makes sense. Let's see what it says here specifically. They should prey on human beings for sustenance, should seek to camouflage themselves among those on whom they feed. So I specifically elected to play someone who came from a sort of more rural, wild setting, but I wanted to make sure that they could kind of enter into human society. They should have been a human once and still have human needs in one sense or another. Should be susceptible to environmental dangers that regular mortals might not care about, such as sunlight. I don't think that ever really came up. It's good to be out there. Should be practically immortal. Should be mostly a loner. The prompts in 1000-Year-Old Vampire are not necessarily geared towards complex political machinations between factions of immortal beings, i.e., if you are playing multiplayer, this is not a VTM, you know, political masterpiece. These prompts will not help there, is I think the implication, which I appreciate. I know I said I'd do a section on like a review, but I don't really have a review. I really enjoyed myself. Reviewed. It was a really good time. I think it's awesome. I will be playing this again. I will be looking for more to play on stream. Do people want to see more of this kind of thing on stream? As you all know, mostly I play games in character where I try to strike a balance between things that are a little spooky, a little silly, and a little serious, with a lot of banter. And then, of course, I also play Arkham Horror, the card game, on stream, which is essentially just this. It's a solo RPG as dictated by the whims of a game. Oh, my God, yes. Okay, great. Well, shit, guys, I'll find some. Okay, I'll find some. Thespian Tuesdays. Me too, Aragwen. Your 5 years of subscription have not gone unnoticed. Okay, well, look, hey. I got an overwhelming yes. That's what I love to hear. I'm going to find some more. I'm going to probably end up playing this on my own. Folks, if you end up playing 1000-Year-Old Vampire yourself and want to share your journeys, make it a Google Doc, make it a PDF of some kind, post it on the Discord, post it in my channel. It's going to be great. Yeah, TT, I will. I just don't know. I think I don't want to do it on stream. I think I want to do my own thing on stream. It would be pretty wild, eh? Do I have anything else to say? No. Short stream today because I just wanted to get through it, but I also have some work, so I need to get back to that. Team, this has been really fun. Thank you. Okay, see you all in the flippity floppity. Sorry for the long thing. I'll see you next time on Biff the Boss. Bye.